Man, I can't wait for Tom's dice to decide we deserve a TPK.
Let me have a look. What's going on?
I know, Mev doesn't know, that Aki and Kinling were going to go, do that like, rock toss thing? Is that what it was called?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Mev is going to look to Havelock.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Do you want to come with me today? Have some fun? We didn't get to celebrate last night because you ran away.
I did not run away. You just did not follow.
Well, that's not very fair.
That is very fair. But come on, let's go do some shit.
Maybe there are special things at the market. Maybe we can find something pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, you want shiny things?
I do want shiny thing. I was thinking maybe a new bracelet? Jingle jingle?
Alright, let's go get you your jingle jingle. Havelock mocks as they go along.
One of these days.
I'm heading off to the dockyard, because you said there was stuff there.
Boat boy.
Yep. I'm going to see what's over there.
Which one do you want to do, Anna?
Mevalair can roll.
Alright. Yeah. Not the best. Jeez.
Come on.
No. Oh man, I think this is a sign.
We're getting him out early. It's okay.
I can't believe you guys
Yes,
are.
yeah.
You're right. They are actually like the two nature nerds. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah,
You
that's
wouldn't think
true.
it was kindling, but you're right.
Why wouldn't
Wait,
you
is-
think it's kindling?
Wait, is Kenny a nature nerd?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a wolf totem.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Just, I was like, oh, fuck, wait. Yeah. I could talk to animals. Listen.
Yeah, I guess I have
Yeah.
to, like, well, I was highly informative. Kindling Devoid, did you say that you wanted to, have another attempt at this rock tossing game? I thought you attempted it before. I thought this was your attempt at revenge. How can you enact revenge upon an individual or a pursuit that you haven't done before? How does that entail?
Listen, Aki, it's called white knighting.
Wait, what do you mean?
Sorry. Oh.
I thought white knighting is like literally like defending every woman you see.
No, honey. It can be a
No.
specific woman.
Okay.
Yeah, Marine 1. Yeah.
So you would like to make your attempt? Right, I'll come. Right, I'll come with you. I'll have a go myself. Can't promise it'll go too terrifically, but I can give it my all, as they say. Do you know where? Do you know where it is?
Whoops. This doesn't seem like the right one.
I just love the idea of just him getting out a club and then just fucking pelting one of the stones. And it's like, what was that problem? That was really easy.
Oh, kindling.
Come along, Kindling. This is clearly not our destination. Now I want to see Dungeons and Dragons Total Wipeout. Surely it would be Lord Richard of Hammond. Recover from what? Making a simple mistake? Look, no recovery is necessary, my dear boy. I'm sure people have asked him stupider questions than that.
So it was stupid.
Can you stop putting words? Yes, he is. For fuck's sake. Every time. No, what? Never mind, just put yourself together and let us hit the big rock on a stick.
Oh man, it's so good.
I know, right?
Fucking, I love
only
kindlings.
talk to
I need to
plants.
recover. You need to
I
recover after making a basic mistake? Yes.
I just love the idea of, like, or the only, like, communication we can have is just, like, trees, right? Pretty dope, yeah? The only conversations we can have is like, oh man, I saw the coolest flower the other day. It's like... That's very funny. It's just like everyone thinks we're in a relationship now because we keep buying each other bouquets. That's the only way we can talk. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to oh, come on, character sheet load. I'm just going to hold on, I just need to check something very quickly. Hold on. Oh, I need to get the spell slots back. That reminds me. Where is it?
I remember you. You hauled off that really angry girl the other day.
How much was it per swing? Well, I suppose I'll make it. I'll give another shot. I'll palm him 3 silver. Okay. I'll just go like okay. Okay. I just like 1 second. I just need to tell him something if you don't mind. And I go I go over to Kindling and go like look right. I remember seeing. I think I've seen things like this before. Just imagine you're like trying. Imagine like you're aiming for just after the point to hit. I think you'll. You have the potential to do well at this. Just hit the big thing and do it nice and hard, okay? And I'll tap him on the shoulder. And with that tap of encouragement, I will cast Enhance Ability. He now has advantage on strength checks. So I'm pretty sure hitting a big fucking thing with a hammer is a strength check. Yay! Yeah. Hold on. When you cast this, one additional creature. Okay, cool. I don't need to do a second number thingy. How do I cast that? There you go. Yeah. I guess you suddenly feel that like his words of encouragement, even though they were really shitty, like you suddenly feel like you're a bit stronger and like a bit more confident. Even though you're like, he was talking bollocks, but why do I feel good now? Sort of thing. I think it's all checks, I think. Yeah, all checks for an hour when I'm concentrating.
Oh no.
No, Kindling, come on, you cannot give up like that. You must have a fraction more resolve inside of you. Look. Let me look. Here's look, and I'll turn to the attendant and go like, look, how many swings can one gold get? All right, and I give him another gold, and just go on, Kindling, you have. And he's got like, no, it's fine, Kindling, and he'll go now, okay, you have 3 more swings, my dear boy. Have another crack. I mean, okay, I'm guessing hitting this big thing won't break my concentration, will it? Okay, cool. Just like. I mean, if I get a natural 1 and I end up like get face planted or something, I guess that'll take damage. I guess I'll go. Yeah, I guess I'll go like. Well, what? What thing on myself? How can one give a pep talk to oneself and make it convince? All right. Come on, Crease, you can do it. You have big, strong, orky muscles. Go and hit the big thing with the big hammer. We believe in you. Signed, Crease Caventore. Okay. I can't do the man voice. How? Is a level? I don't want to waste a spell slot. I don't want to waste a spell slot for. Because it would basically mean I need to recast on Kindling after I've done this. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm an idiot. I could have just done that, Thomas. What fucking bin did you find me for this? Alright. Okay, fine, I will drop... Okay, fine, I will drop the level... I'll drop my level 2 enhance ability, and then... Oh no, but it's touch, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I
You can touch yourself.
Yeah.
He's quite a private individual, so I don't think so. No, but I need to be touching me and...
Pat yourself on the shoulder.
It would need to. I would need to touch both me and Thingy at the same time.
Okay, listen, here's what you're gonna do to cast the thing. Hold his hand with both of your hands, make sure your fingers are touching your other hand's fingers. Ta-da, you're
Oh my
touching
God.
yourself and you're touching him, and you can cast the spell.
Or
Okay,
you could
fine.
literally just use one hand for one thing and one hand for another thing, like a normal person.
Peach, do you know who you're talking to? We are not normal people.
You could literally put your hand in your pocket and rest another hand on your thigh. That's still touching yourself. You are yourself. Fuck,
Oh,
if you
honey,
just
I
put
think
your
the pie is
hand-
too spicy for him.
Fuck it.
That
If
is
you
a
just
point,
clench your
actually.
hands together, that is your fingers touching your palm.
There's
It's touching yourself.
There's
Oh
a
my God,
very
wait.
there is a very simple way of resolving this. Ed, are you going to cast a spell on 3rd level, or are you just going to use it on yourself?
I will cast it. Tell you what, I'll cast it at 3rd level.
Okay, we'll ignore all the logistics stuff in regards to it because we'll be here all day.
Oh, I was gonna figure out a really weird, contrived way of somehow getting a hug from Maureen.
It's
From
Oh my God.
Kindling.
yeah.
Okay, let me.
Okay, so
Enhance a beer. Oh fuck! No, that's not what I wanted to do.
we know what the rules are. It's strength for both.
Oh, no, that was next then.
Yeah, so it's strength on the two of
There
you.
you go.
So you both have
We've now
advantage on
got-
strength
we've
check.
now got the thingy on us. There you go. So we now
Two
feel nice and
hands.
buff and feel.
2 hands!
All right.
I mean, we could absolutely do the fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers thing from Predator.
You son of a bitch! They got you pushing too many pencils.
See the fucking Mega Powers handshake.
Anyway, so you're gonna
Okay,
take a
yeah.
swing.
Replace your hand with a hook yet.
I'll just go. Oh yes. Well, and I'll sort of do like a. Aki tries to like do like what he thinks looks tough and like click his and like and he like stretch his neck, but you actually like just don't hear anything, and then he goes like, oh, I think that was. Right, time to have a go. So, yeah, let's see how this goes, and he will take the hammer from kindling,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll give it to the good old college try, hitting this paddle on a rock.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a go.
You sort of like swing, and you sort of like know while you're in mid-swing that your form is way off. But as it sort of like hits, you feel like a burst of the arcane energy that you just casted, and it follows through with the swing. It creaks just past to where Kindling had got it and stops. Unfortunately, you didn't meet the DC.
Pleasantly surprising. Well, there you go, kindling. There's a. I think I reached my personal best. Right, kindling. I believe you're owed. You have 3 shots lined up, don't you?
I just realised that first roll you did was a natural 1.
It was, yeah.
Okay, you got 3
Which I'm
swings.
sorry, that would have been. I can't, if that would have been the perfect thing for Aki if we got a natural 1 doing this.
Alright. Go ahead and swing, Kindling.
With advantage. Come on, kindling.
No, you swing and it it gets even less. It only makes it about halfway around, halfway towards you, I should say. Not halfway around, because halfway around is the goal.
It's alright, a lot of us can't do it when people aren't looking.
Yeah, you got 2 more.
Yeah.
Okay. You sort of like nudge it a little bit to get into a better position, and then you sort of like swing your arm back. You swing into the side, and it spins around, gets halfway towards you, quarter of the way towards you, begins to just slow almost to a crawl, and it just passes you. Which at that point, the 2 Goliaths are like just clapping as you successfully run on the big swing.
Yay! Terrific work, Endlinger. I knew you'd do it.
Well, you get the you basically get the pots, and sort of like pulls out a the satchel, sort of like checks within it, and just sort of like counts it up, and then just tosses it to you.
My thing. I'll set out character, by the way. I didn't really have an idea or a... Oh, yes, you're right. I did, I suppose, I suppose we can go and do that if you'd like. It's up to you. Don't you want to spend your winnings? All right, I suppose. You can you can take part as well, can't you? It would be a shame for you just to sit there by the sidelines. See, superb. Right, let's head off there then, and I'll head off to the woodsman's axe choppy game.
The wood chop.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not too far away. They've only just like finished setting up on that one. At this point, like you guys are basically the first ones there. The human from before is sort of just checking the various axes as you show up. It's like, oh, hello. Were you here yesterday?
Well, yes, and I fancy another attempt. I feel like I didn't quite best it last time round, and well, it's an engaging pastime, and I suppose it helps the community. So I'm enjoying myself while assisting the common good.
All right. Don't think I need to remind you of the rules then.
It's just chop some wood with an axe, yes?
Yeah, 3 swings, 3 logs, each one bigger than the other.
That's it. All right. Would I have managed to keep my concentration by this time?
Oh yeah, you haven't taken any damage.
Okay.
You're doing it too, big guy? Alright. So, as I was saying to this guy here, you got 3 chances to break through 3 logs. You break through 1, you get a copper. You break through 2, you get a silver. Break through all 3, you get a gold.
Seems simple enough. Do we do it at the same time or one after another?
But you can do it at the same time, we got spares.
Shall I go head to head, dear boy? Alright, then may the best woodsman win. And I'll pick up one of the axe and stand by the...
The 5 silver first, mate.
Oh, good lord, of course. Would you take a gold?
Yeah, sure, I'll take a gold.
Excellent, here we go.
Just grabs it as you pass. Is that for just yourself or for the 2 of you?
2 of us.
Alright. Just pockets of gold and hands kindling one of the other battle axes. He then just quickly like rummages through the wood pile and puts the first logs standing up straight. It's like, right, when you're ready.
Alright, then let's get this going. And like,
It's attack rolls, actually, not strength checks.
yeah. Okay, so how's that? But we still get, because it's a melee thing, we still get, it's still the strength modifier though.
But yeah, you're basically doing an attack roll with the battle axe.
Yeah. Which, is that a D12?
But that's... No, it's a regular attack roll.
Right.
It's a D20 plus your strength modifier. Because I don't think... Because you're not proficient in martial weapons, are you?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
No, then yeah, yours is basically just D20 in strength, and kindling yours is D20 strength and proficiency modifier.
Okay, so I've got, that's 5 then. Jesus.
Jeez. Yeah, so you sort of like smash into it, and it's sort of like, you just there like, oh, that's pretty good. I wait, no, I missed. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage, kindling. A battle axe's damage is a D8 plus strength. 7. Okay. Meanwhile, you just hear like the cracking of wood next to you. You see that kindling's sunk the axe about 2/3 of the way in. The log's not cut, but it's gotten a sizable chunk in. So you got 2 more swings.
I have another, yeah, okay.
Is it all coming back to how it works now?
Me?
Yeah.
There's my swing, and then that's plus 2, so 21.
Yep, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Well, if Jeffrey uses the exact same stats, you can just roll as if it's Jeffrey. Ah, sweet, that does the damage too.
So that's again...
D8 plus plus your strength.
Yeah, D8 plus 2. Yeet.
You guys have the same strength modifier.
Oh,
nice. So at this point, you sort of like take another swing. It finds purchase and it cuts about halfway down before it takes the full momentum. Meanwhile, kindling, you sort of readjust your stance, swing down, and you're able to easily cut through the remaining part of the wood. A much thicker piece of wood is placed down there next to you, kindling, whereas Aki, you've still got the first piece. Unfortunately, it's still in one piece, mostly. So now for your third and final swing. Jesus. Okay, let me just... Yeah, wow, okay.
Fucking hell, Jeffrey. Okay.
Unfortunately for you, Aki, you sort of like swing downwards, trying to aim for the gap that you had made, but you go a little bit wide and it just digs into like a bit to the side. Unfortunately, you're not able to sort of like cut through with that momentum, and you just kind of watch as Kinlan sort of like observes this larger log, sort of like prepares himself, raises the axe up, and swings it down in a slight diagonal, and it just cleanly cuts through it as it just falls that down. You hear the guard behind just go, "Whoa, okay." Right. Well. Bad luck, mate. Looks to you, Aki. And as for you, good attempt. Here's your prize. And he just tosses a silver your way, Kindling.
Well, I'm not quite entirely sure in what's reality, Bailey. Not chopping at one piece of wood in 3 swings is good, but I'll take the compliment. A good few times. I was, well, once or yes, about a few times when the normal groundsman wasn't there, I had to chip in, I suppose. Well, thank you then. Say, did you have anything else in mind for the day? Well then, perhaps we should get our fill of spicy kebabs then.
The kebabs? I think it was a silver each. It's festival food. You know that's always that shit's got a markup.
Yeah, of course. And suddenly a bottle of water's £5.
Mm-hmm. Joke's on you, I'm in Glastonbury. It's been raining. I can just open my mouth and look up.
Pretty much. Oh, I suppose we could. I suppose it would be a nice treat to keep her. Can't be a constant thing. I need to keep an eye on the figure, but thank you very kindly. Yes. So, yes. So 4 portions of spicy kebabs, then, please.
All right, that's 4 silver.
I only have 2 on me. All my money's too big. All right, thank you. I suppose you do have. I do suppose you have your hit the rock and make it spin go round winnings to spend. Yeah. I think just the rest of it. I think we probably just go around eating food, have a look at the stalls,
Okay, alrighty.
chatting about how dope nature is. Standard stuff.
Alright, so I think that means the next one, the next one then is Marine.
Yay.
What you doing?
I was going to the dockyard to see what's there.
Okay, alright. So you head over to the dockyards. You can see that they're already starting to sort of set stuff up in advance. You can see that several of the ships have actually moved away from the docks and are sort of anchored, still somewhat nearby, but still leaving the docks mostly cleared. You see a new additional ship that's arrived. It appears to be a ship of the line, a very large ship, bristling with about 3 decks worth of guns. It has a sort of white and brownish color scheme with a large flag sort of adorning the back end of it.
What's on the flag?
Friendship arrived.
So the flag in question, it has an emblem. It actually is just that of sort of the bow of a ship that's sort of like sailing towards you. Though behind it you can see sort of like a gold what are they called? They're it's not a chevron, it's sort of a
fleur-de-lis?
No, it's kind of like it begins with an L, a laurel or something like that. It's usually like a band. It's sort of like the same things that a band of like holly is.
A laurel?
Yeah.
Well, laurel, that's it.
Yeah, Laurel.
Essentially with a laurel, sort of like adorning the back of it. I knew it began with an L, but the name eluded me for the life of me.
Definitely taking note of this ship.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool ship.
And as you sort of like observe it, you can actually see like the name of the ship, also on its nameplate at the back. It's called the Majestic.
Got it. Now, what kind of games are here?
So there's a handful of games. You can sort of see you see partially the reason why the dockyards have been cleared. You can see several of those sort of like Olympic rowing boats that are sort of adorning. They're sort of on either side. 4 of them in total, each one able to fit about 10 people. Well, 9 people. Sorry, I did the math. I wasn't looking at my own bleeding notes. Another one you can see sort of a little bit further away is it's sort of like a cordoned off area with sort of like wooden fencing. But in the middle you can see 2 regular rowboats, though they have what looks to be like a ballista on the front of them. Another one you can see, this time actually on the docks, is basically a plank of wood that's sort of like slightly they are like perched upwards, where you can see 2 individuals are sort of holding clearly very blunted swords, but you can see they're trying to sort of like get a hit on each other in there. Those appear to be the main ones, as most of the dockyard is being dominated by what looks like them setting up for the Day of Sea recreation in the evening.
I think I'm going to go to the plank and swords.
Okay. So, you head over to it and you watch as one of them just sort of like leaves dejected, having just lost. The guards that's nearby sort of, is sort of dealing with a few other people who are sort of going up on the various other planets, because it's not just one, there's several of them. But as she sort of deals with the last one, she sort of turns to you. She's a half-elf, it seems. Hard to tell much outside of her elven face, because she's wearing a half helm covering up her hair and everything. She's like, Yes, yes. Are you here to partake in the game?
I am indeed here to partake.
All right. Are you here solo? You don't have a friend here, or no?
Indeed, I am here solo.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So if that's the case, we shall just simply wait for one of these to finish, and then you can go up and join somebody else. So, the rules, yes. So first most, these blades are blunt, so don't worry too much about hurting people, though it will sting. Simply put, it is the first to hit your opponent 3 times.
That makes sense to me.
Yes, I can see, yes, there's one... yes, there's one just over there. Just grab one of these swords and simply wait, and one of the others shall join you.
I will not take the sword.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d4 for me, Marine. This will decide the kind of opponent you have.
Okay.
A 1. Okay. All right. I know what to do for this one. So, you sort of stand there and wait, and you watch as a individual sort of walks up onto the platform. This is someone that's actually familiar to you. It appears to be a drow wearing leather armor. He's sort of observing the sword, like checking the balance and such, and so he looks up and does a bit of a double take. He's like, "Oh, right. Hi."
Salutations.
Mallory just is kind of a little bit caught off guard, but he's like, I knew your friends were here, but either way, don't take it too bad if you lose, all right?
I will not take it personally. It's simply a game for fun.
Yeah, for fun. I just need to quick check something that he's got. Yeah, no, he's not going to do any of that. Okay, if that's the case, I want you to roll initiative. This sees who attacks first.
Right?
He rolled a 19. So a 7. Okay, so he gets
Yeah,
to...
he's going first.
Oh yeah, he's going first. So, for the record, this is the stats of a short sword. So, which I'm pretty sure, because short swords are simple weapons, so you should have proficiency with it. So, just the heads up. So, he's going to make his first attack on you.
Okay.
That is a... Because essentially you're just doing attack rolls against the armor class. That is an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so he gets 1 point on you, and he sort of like steps forward and sort of like jabs towards you, sort of like feints his blow slightly, and it sort of strikes you just around the like on the side of your stomach, and so he sort of like steps back. It's like, well, 1 point to me. Give it your best, buddy.
Okay, and since I have proficiency, it would be this.
8 misses. So you sort of like slash. It's different because you're used to swinging around the anchor, so you're kind of like trying to adjust to this lighter weapon. As he does, he just sort of like twists his blade and meets a blow part way before sliding the sword away from you. He sort of like twirls, and he's going to go in for another try. That's definitely going to be a miss, I'm certain. Yeah, that's a 12. That's a miss.
Yep.
All right. So he sort of like he tries to retaliate, but you sort of like step back, avoiding the blow as he sort of like tries to readjust himself. Go ahead and make your next attack. Oh well. This one you sort of try to lunge forward. You sort of temporarily forget that you're on a plank, and the plank sort of like slightly tips. He crouches down and is able to sort of like keep hold of it, and you see him sort of like lean himself hard to the right, rightening the plank. He's just like, "Hey, careful now, buddy. We don't want anything bad like that to happen. All right, you got your bearings?"
Indeed. This is better than what I'm used to.
Yeah, I can kind of tell you're sort of swinging about like a fucking idiot. He sort of like swings at you and you step back because he missed again. So, God, this could take a while if they keep rolling this bad. So it's like,
Right.
jeez, okay,
Come on.
right. He sort of like gets ready for you. 60 just hits. At this point, you sort of like utilizing your weight, you hit the side of the plank deliberately this time, which sort of like knocks him off guard. And as you do, you step forward and just sort of like stab at him directly in the chest. He sort of staggers backwards as he regains his balance. Like, okay, dick move, but okay. He's gonna make another attack on you. That is a 20 total, so that hits.
Suddenly.
Yep. So he sort of like runs forward. You sort of like prepare to slash like towards his clavicle as he ducks down and just stabs into his stabs into your foot before he like scrambles back. It's like, still counts as a hit, buddy.
Indeed it does. I'm learning quite a lot from this.
Well, that's good. That's good. Go ahead and make your attack roll. Yeah, that hits as well. And he's sort of like, almost sort of like gloating at the fact that he's teaching. So when you sort of like step forward and sort of slash towards his sword hand, it sort of clips his wrist. He sort of like drops the sword, but quickly like grabs it with his spare hand, and he's just like, you know, like essentially like almost jazz handing, as his wrist is just like, shit, fuck. Right, okay, that one was on me. It's not happening this time. And he's gonna make another swing. That is a natural 17, so that is a 23 total. Yeah, so he sort of like runs forward and then he stops as you sort of like thrust your sword forward to try and stab him, and as he does, he just sort of like quickly brings his sword up and it collides hard with your wrist. There's an audible clang as the metal on your wrist hits his sword. And he just like steps back, just drops the sword. It's like, and that is how you do it.
Indeed it is. It appears I was actually quite outmatched here.
Yeah.
However, it was incredibly fun. I will offer a hand for a handshake.
I'm good. I already have to deal with one of your guys being touchy-feely as is.
My apologies for that.
I mean, it ain't your fault.
True. I will give a small nod to him and start to go now toward the ships and ballista.
Okay. So, you can see at this point that the ships and the ballista are a little bit ways out, but you can sort of see there's a sort of like a signpost, which seems to show the name of it, called boarding action. There's a guard that it appears to be a Triton, who's sort of just leaning against the post, waiting to see if anyone begins to show up. They sort of like notice you, and he's sort of there like, hello.
Hello there. How are you?
Bored.
That is understandable. It appears there isn't much happening here.
Well, it's just been set up recently, and, some people are just scared.
Why would that be?
Because the entire point is that you knock people off into the sea. With them ballistas.
That sounds very fun, actually.
It is a ton of fun. I've played it myself, but, you know, people don't like the idea of being hit with a... Granted, doesn't have the actual, you know, piercy part of the ballista on there, but still, those things pack a punch.
You know what? I think I would love to do this game.
Alright, so, like, looks up and down. No offense, mate, but can you actually, like, swim? You gotta kind of climb up onto, into the boats.
Surprisingly, yes, I am able to swim, though most of the times I prefer sinking to the bottom.
Nah, well, that's good then. I was just checking because you look like someone that's, you know, sort of comfortable deep under the water. So I wasn't too sure if you were designed to be able to float. But if you can float, that's fine. If you have any issues, we got a few of the Aquacorp in there to help you out if you're having trouble.
Of course. I believe I can make it there myself, though.
Alright, you're probably gonna have to wait a little bit. It's 2 versus 2. Also, entry fee's 5 silver.
Of course.
It takes the 5 silver away from you. Yeah, so just pick a ship, wait for someone to join you, and decide among yourselves on who it is that's going to be doing what. If you're going to be rowing or if you're going to be firing.
Alright then.
Alright.
And that I shall do.
Okay, so you sort of like... You head over to where the fenced area is. There are a few platforms where you can sort of like sit and wait. It does take about 10 minutes, but eventually several individuals show up to partake. I want you to roll me 3d4s to decide on who it is that you have.
A perfect straight.
Okay. Okay, so, I will say, for the sake of brevity, that, you know, I'll let you choose. Which one of those 3 joined you? The 1, the 2, or the 3?
I'll take 3.
Okay,
I have a good feeling about it.
You'll take 3. Alright. So, as you sort of wait, your partner shows up, which is a white-scaled dragonborn, female, is wearing a somewhat grimy tunic, but looks, you know, relatively healthy. You imagine that she's probably, like, upper, lower class, maybe. On the other side, you can see, well, actually looks to be a mercenary, alongside, a more, like, middle-class, merchant-y style person. As she sort of, like, approaches, like, hello, have you, are you here to take part in this?
Indeed I am.
Right, so what's the plan here? Am I to be firing the ballista? Are you to be firing it? What are we doing?
Do you have any experience in firing large objects like this?
Absolutely not.
It might be best that I take over with that then.
Okay, I'm not very experienced with rowing boats, but at least I could possibly do that well enough.
I have perfect faith in you.
Right, okay, Mr.
Marine.
Vashan.
It is nice to meet you, Vashan.
Thank you. Well, let's get going on this then. She sort of like timidly gets onto the boat, but she seems like, you know, she sort of like grips yours and such. She seems like she knows what she's doing.
Oh yeah, let's fucking do this.
Yeah, so you observe like the shots that you got. You notice you've only got 10 of them, but they're essentially like the tip of it, as mentioned, doesn't have a sharp point, but ends in sort of almost like a sandbag. And you sort of, like, examine it and such, and it's a case of, like, yeah, no, this will probably fucking hurt, but at least it won't kill you.
Yeah.
And as you sort of, like, get onto the boat, you can sort of see, underneath the platform, on various points, you can see, several individuals that are sort of, like, clinging on and just, like, observing. They seem to be a mixture of Tritons, but you do see the odd elf here and there. You assume, based on what the Triton told you, that this is members of the Aqua Corp. Whoever those are.
Yep, I will. I don't know who they are, but I will give them a small wave.
One of them just gives like a nod of acknowledgement, but is more focused on just like keeping an eye on the four of you. But eventually, like one of the people that's sort of like still up on the platform just sort of like raises his arm, and then brings it down to start. So. The way this works is that you can fire at any point, but unless Vashon helps you, you then have to spend a turn reloading it. You can have Vashon move closer or further away, or keep the distance, and you are able to like get up close and just try and shove them out.
Got it.
So, what are you doing, Marine?
Okay. Judging from the distance we are at right now,
It's about
wind
60
speed,
feet.
velocity. Yeah, that seems like it's within good range to fire this thing.
Okay, D20 plus 3. And just to check as well, are you aiming for the rower or the cannon user?
I'm going to go for the rower.
The rower, okay. Unfortunately, that misses. As you sort of like fire, it hits the boat. You see, sort of like toss slightly from the hit, but unfortunately, you're not successful on on hitting him. All right, you're gonna have Vashon do anything.
Vashon, could you go left?
Right, no, do you want me to get closer, further away, keep the distance?
We'll get a little bit closer.
Bit closer. All right. She sort of like brings you forward about 30 feet. It is now their turn. The cannon person's just gonna fire, and that is that's a good roll. That's a 21 aiming towards you.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, I need you to make a strength check, but you also
Okay.
take 4 points of bludgeoning damage from the hit. So DC of 15 to beat.
Right.
Oop. Do you have
I
it?
do not have advantage.
So that's a 5. So yeah, you just sort of like begin to rummage for the next arrow, and you sort of like hear the dunk as the ballista fires. You look up, only for it to hit you hard in the shoulder. Because of how your posture is, you essentially tumble forward into the water with a splash. As you sort of like float downwards, you see like one or two of the members of the Aqua Corps duck under and so like keep an eye on you, while the others continue watching. Unfortunately,
Well, this
buddy.
is embarrassing.
Yeah, unfortunately, you got knocked out.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. Do you just stay underwater, or do you make your way back up?
I'll make my way back up.
Okay. The two that were sort of watching you see you just start swimming back upwards, and they both continue looking. Let's see how Vashon does by herself. So she takes a turn to reload the cannon. They take a turn to reload the cannon. She's just gonna fire. Nope, that's a 2. The brower's gonna get closer, and so the mercenary's gonna do a shove attack on her. Hits. She's got to do a strength check. Makes a strength check and is gonna push back. Okay, succeeds on that. He's gonna make a strength check. There's a lot of strength checks here. Nope. Rower's gonna also partake now. Fails. Fails again. There's a lot of failing going on right now. Seriously, they're rolling 10s and 8s. There we go. Okay. Voshan succeeded on a shove. 6. Yep. Jesus Christ. There we go. So you sort of watch as the merchant and the mercenary sort of like try to both individually grab Voshan. But she's sort of like able to slip away from them, and at one point, the force of the pushing separates the two boats. You watch as the mercenary sort of like loses balance, sort of like tumbles forward, tries to catch himself, and just falls into the water. At this point, you watch as the merchant sort of like grabs the oar and sort of like pulls himself back towards it. They're just resorting to shoving now. It's just the merchant and Voshan. There we go. And nope. Okay. And wow, okay. The merchant sort of like reaches forward and sort of like grabs at Tunic, tries to like pull her in. You actually sort of watch as she loses her balance, but sort of like pushes towards the merchant. He sort of like tumbles backwards with the small of his back like on the lip, and as she sort of like gets up, she just like grabs his legs and flips him over into the water. Voshan somehow outdid a mercenary and a merchant. You just kind of watch as she's just sort of like there, just like wild-eyed looking before she just like panting heavily, but just like falls back fully onto the boat and is just there, just like Is everyone there, or is it I just died?
I'm here.
Okay. I think... Yeah, just... Dharma, you there? You've gone silent.
Oh shit, my mic went muted.
Yup. I was getting self-conscious there.
Yeah, I'm giving Voshan a thumbs up, and you're well done.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I couldn't have been more helpful.
He's fine. He's fine. One of the aquacorps like swims over to the boat and just like quickly checks on her. Judging that she's okay, he just sort of like pulls the boat back along to the side where she just climbs up and just sort of like sits down on the platform. At this point, like the merchant and the mercenary sort of like show up. They're incredibly pissed. And you can tell at this point that they're arguing. It's like, oh yes, your experience, you say, experience, and yet a fucking peasant outdid you. Oh yeah, but she outdid you as well. Yes, but that was not because I'm a clumsy oaf like you. Yeah? Well, maybe you could have had the Warforged then. Well, that would have probably done you better. You know what, given how that went, it probably would have. Well, fucking ever, buddy. Look, I'm just here for a good time. I ain't your bodyguard, I ain't nothing. Yes, well, that just means you won't get any service from me at any point. What's your name? I want to know who to never do business with. My name? Well, my name is... And you just watch, he just shoves the merchant over the platform and back into the ocean. Fuck you, that's what it is. Just gives the two of you a respectful nod. And just sort of like jumps over the fence to the other side.
I nod back and look to Voshan. You sure you don't need anything to drink or eat after that?
Just need to catch my breath. That's all.
Of course. I should probably tell my group about this game. They may enjoy it.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
Well, it was nice meeting and playing this with you, Voshan.
Nice meeting you as well,
But
Marine.
I believe I shall be going.
Fair enough.
I
Fair enough.
shall give an nod and start to wander off, and I believe I'll save the... Yeah, the rowing can come later.
Okay. Alright. So is that you done for now, then?
Yeah.
Okay. Which leaves Mev and Havelock.
Ooh.
So what you two of you doing?
We actually headed to the market to see if there's anything, like, I guess any special deals going on with the festival happening.
Right, okay, so you're heading to the coin district.
The
Yeah.
shopping.
So is there any particulars that you're looking for? Like, I know you said special deals, but any particulars?
Mev was looking for just like a cute little bracelet for her, but if there's anything, I guess weird, like, I don't know, if someone has a fucking shark's head there, Mev's gonna be like, hey guys, look.
Okay. Go ahead and make
Yeah,
an...
basically anything cool.
Anything cool. Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
All right.
Either separately, or with advantage, or whichever you prefer.
What do you want to do, Havelock?
Advantage.
For who? I've got a 1 in my invest.
You do what you want. My brain is not processing a single damn thing right now.
All right, I'll just do advantage. 13.
Okay. So in terms of stores that are available, one of the first ones that come to mind, just because your mother tends to use it on a few occasions, is Exonerate's Exotic Imports, typically specializing in things from outside of Karmora. In terms of searching for jewelry, there is the... One sec, where is it on my notes here? The Jeweled Pearl is one that specializes more in jewelry. In terms of things like hunting related, nearer to the outer skirts of the city, you do know that there is Theodore's Taxidermies. Well,
Okay.
but with those categories, those are the ones that you're sort of looking at. There are a few small stalls here and there that have been set up where people are selling like assortments of food, some like wood-crafted, like wooden figurines and such. But for specifically what you were asking for is like those free stores are probably the best for you.
Okay. Then Mev will drag Havelock over to the jewelry shop first, because that's just like the clearest thing of what she wants.
Okay. All right then. So you head into the Jeweled Pearl. You can see that it's a rather narrow shop. There's only like 2 sort of like shelves on either side. You can see probably the reason is because they're all sort of like they're either in like locked like locked boxes with a glass like top part of it, so you can actually see into it, or a part of several locked cabinets. But you can see an assortment of gold and silver jewelry, necklaces, earrings, bracelets. A few of them have got sort of like gems embedded in them, whereas others you can see is just the gem itself. Like you can see like sapphires, topaz, and such. At the far end, you can see a dark-skinned female, looks to be in about her 40s, dark black curly hair, sort of going down to just above the shoulder. She's got an assortment of like necklaces around her and rings on her fingers, as she's sort of observing you both with intent, as you sort of like walk in with a slight smile on her face.
Hello.
Hello there, dear.
Mev's like looking around the shop as she talks. I'm looking for some bangles.
The bangles, are you looking for thin ones, large ones, ones that fit perfectly well, or have a little bit of a jingle? And she does actually sort of like, sort of like jiggles her arm, and you see like the bangles that are on her arm sort of like clack together.
Mev grins. I'm looking for relatively thin but jingly.
Right, okay, so you want a rather thin one that can stick well enough, but if you give it a little shake, it makes a nice sound. So are you going for a singular one or multiple ones for that that added extra noise?
Three?
Say that again, I didn't quite hear that.
3?
3, okay. Anything special about the materials, for example, or would you just want a standard gold one?
Are there any special charms that you can put on it?
Darling, I'm a merchant, not an arcane user, I'm afraid. The only charm is, of course, my own, you see. So, like, bats her eyelids at you.
Alright, then standard gold is fine with me.
Very well. If that's the case, could I just have your wrist here so I can just get an idea of how big I can probably get them?
Oh, yes! Mev will go up to her and hold out her hand.
Yeah, she just sort of, like, examines it. Don't even, like, get any tape or anything. Just sort of, like, looks like... Okay, very... You've got rather firm arms, dear. Did you know that?
Oh, yes, I work out very much.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, there we go. Just let's go of your arm. And if that's the case, sort of like begins to like look around and sort of just like, right. Heads over from the counter again, just so, like, it's one of the counters where it's got that lift up top. Place it down, heads to one of the cabinets where she takes some set of keys from around her belt and just sort of like, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. So, like, walks back around the counter and places them down. They are relatively thin bangles. Probably about maybe... See, this is where my sense of scale goes very wrong, and I wish I had my tape measure right here, because I know exactly how big it is. About an inch wide. 3/4 of an inch wide, even. Made of solid gold, slightly rounded on the outer parts of it. But they look nice. They look, just looking at it, like your hand can easily like slip them on, and they'd probably go about halfway down your forearm before they would finally like stop. It's like, there we go. And if that is what you want, let us say 120 gold for the 3 of them.
Wow, that's so much. Is it clear that she's like just kind of throwing out a price that isn't like set, or?
Make an insight check.
Okay. I didn't mean to roll that with advantage, but it's a 16.
You get the feeling that they're a little bit more expensive than they would be, but it's not like she's doubled the price. But there is clearly like she's clearly trying to like swindle a bit extra money from you.
Could I gauge how much that would be? Or would I just not know off the top of my head?
You wouldn't know. You're a pirate, not a merchant.
Yeah. Mev grins and leans in a little bit. That seems a little bit overpriced. Is there any way we can take it down just a tiny, tiny bit?
How much are we talking, dear?
I'm a generous person. Let's say knock off 10 gold.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay, not horrible.
How about
Hmm.
How about 112 gold for the three of them?
I could do that. Yeah, that's fair.
Then we have a deal. Fantastic, fantastic.
All right. Let me do. All right, man. It's not even. All right. I will drop that gold.
She takes the gold and sort of. Do you need anything special? Like to wrap it up or a box for it, or are you keeping it as is?
Oh no, I'm going to wear it now. I did have a question though.
Yes.
She'll actually lean in and kind of cover her mouth, like whispering.
She sort of leans in as well.
Do you have any octopus themed jewelry?
Octopus themed jewelry? Yes, I think I have a necklace in regards to that. It's sort of, yes, it's sort of like it's not the actual, like, octopus head part that's meant to represent your head, and it's got the octopus tendrils sort of in a sort of emblem in the middle. Yes, I do.
Mev grins at this. How much do you think that would cost?
Normally, I would probably charge about 90 gold for that, but you have just spent quite a bit, so how about we go 75 gold for it? It does have a few gems in it, so it does have a bit of a higher price.
Okay, yes.
Right, I suppose you want me to wrap this one up for you?
Yes, please.
Of course. She sort of leans back and sort of heads back around. This time going to one of the ones on the shelf, sort of like opens it up. You see she sort of like rummages in a pouch on her side and pulls out a rather nice like silk cloth, and sort of like reaches in. You sort of see she rummages around before pulling the cloth out. This time with something clearly in it. Heads round, closes it, locks it, goes back round, and just sort of like gently places it in front of you. There you go.
Thank you. That would be 7 plat and 5 gold.
Yes.
Yep. All right.
She takes that. It's like, thank you very much, very much. I hope your friend here enjoys it. Gives a sly wink.
Thank you. Mev will turn around to have Locke with the little wrapped up thing in her hands. Okay, I'm done.
As you have been doing this, Havelock is just leaning against the wall, eyes closed, taking a nap.
Okay.
Locke.
What is it?
I am done. Come on.
Already, I just closed my eyes.
Yes, my gold is even. Yeah.
So,
Mev, yeah, she's gonna drag Havelock out.
oh, come on, Mev. That wall was really nice. It was sturdy.
There will be many other walls. Why are you so tired?
I was busy.
Busy doing...
Things to do, people to do, you know, the business.
Oh, huh. You didn't get any sleep.
I didn't say that. I just said I was busy.
Mev crosses her arms. You didn't get any sleep.
Yeah, I didn't get any sleep.
Are you tired? Do you want to go back to the inn?
Look, Mev, there's no point in going back to the inn. Why don't we just, you know, play some games, have some fun?
Well, I don't want you to, pass out on the floor when I look away for a second.
We were in that shop for quite a long time.
It was not a long time. It was like 10 minutes.
I'm sure it was like 25. That's a good time for a nap.
I think you have no sense of time.
Are you sure of that?
Positive. I don't see a pocket watch anywhere on you.
No, but I know there's still a spider somewhere on you.
Meth pauses for a second. And she just moves her shirt a little bit to check. Is there a DOS?
I don't know, Havelock, is there a DOS?
Havelock never told Dawes to come back, so if Dawes wants to be there.
I need to see the stealth stats of the spider. See, you laugh, but I legitimately am looking. Oh wow, that's actually okay. That's pretty decent stealth. Okay. Since you're,
But I need to roll perception.
yeah, since you're now actively looking.
All right. Perception.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna beat that. Yes, there is a DOS. Resting
Hello,
where you had offered.
I didn't know that you were still in there.
Did he spin a little web?
No, he hasn't.
Oh. See, then Mev would be like, why did you do that? But, well, he can stay there if he wants to. I did offer. But you, she, points back to Havelock.
Havelock puts a hand on his chest. Me?
Yes, you. You can
What about
stay
me?
along, but you're going to bed tonight. I'm going to make sure.
Yeah, you're gonna sit on me.
No, I'm going to smack you with the back of my glaive.
Oh, that's even better, Mev.
I think we should go back to the games, but no, I'll save that for later when I can bring Aki. There's this shop that brings in a bunch of imports from other places. I was thinking that he might find something that he likes there. Well, I was going to get him something, but Aki's so neurotic. I don't want to get something and then have him go like, "Oh my goodness, why did you get this? This is awful in some sort of really niche way."
Well, you know what? I'm willing to be the bigger asshole here. Let's go look. I'll take the blame if he doesn't like it. And if he does like it, you can take all the glory.
Well, that's not very fair.
Yeah, it is. I'm already an asshole. What's a little bit more of a reputation gonna do?
I think that you are very sweet, Havelock.
Were you drinking?
Mev just pouts at him. I'm going to go back to the games.
Oh, no, you're not. We are going, and we are going to do the shopping. Can I try and lift her up?
Make a strength check.
I did not mean to hit with advantage, I'm sorry.
It's fine. And just to check, are you actively resisting Mev, or?
No, if he wants to sling her over his shoulder, he can.
Okay, it's a little bit... In terms of just, like, strength-wise, you are able to pick her up. She's not super heavy. But it is, like... You do sort of, like, have to nearly put her down a few times to adjust your grip. But eventually you do... you are carrying
Look
her.
at you. What a strong string bean.
I will smack your ass in the next week.
String bean, string bean.
May I make an attack roll?
Sure.
I mean, she's right there. She's technically grappled.
Yeah, technically. So I
Ah,
could say you can make with advantage if you want.
Yeah. Do.
are you calling? Are you saying that Mev is as heavy as a boulder?
Ooh.
Wow.
Yep.
Fucking Mev just kicks her legs a little bit to move herself out of the way. Even when you're carrying me, you can't touch me.
Havelock just groans and begrudgingly starts walking in any direction since Mevelair does not want to give directions.
Nah, 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 nah.
Or would I know about the shop? What shops would I know about?
You probably know about the same shops as Mev would know. Make an investigation check, I'd say.
Investigation. That was almost intimidation.
7. You probably know it, but you're a bit too sleep deprived to remember.
Awesome, I'm going in the semi-direction I might know.
Okay. You sort of just wander through. You accidentally go out of the coin district at one point.
Where are we going, Havelock?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. Mevelair, where's the shop?
No, you want me to tell you where the shop is? She's like looking at her nails, like.
Yes,
I don't
would like
know.
to know.
You might have to pay for that information.
Oh yeah, and how am I gonna pay for that information?
I can't tell you. You know that I should never offer first. You have to make your offer.
If you tell me, I will not have Daz bite you.
Oh no, a spider bite. What will I do?
Bite you on the nipple? That'll hurt.
Ooh, ow. No,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah, so where's the shop?
You're no fun. She plays a little bit with your hair. Ah, fine. It's over here. You took a wrong turn and you went too far to the left.
Thank you. Was that so hard?
No.
I'm going to take out a copper and I am going to shove it into her face. There is your payment.
What? You shove it in her mouth? Like,
Yes.
she spits it out into her hand and she sees the copper and she looks at you and she's like, what am I? A two-piece whore?
No, actually, it'd be one piece. That was only one copper.
Wow.
Okay, so I assume you're heading to Exonerate's Exotic Imports?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So you follow Mev's directions back into the coin district. Around the middle point of it, you find the building in question. The building appears to have actually been cleaned recently in comparison to the other buildings. There, and it looks a bit more like a cafe. You can see there's a few table and chairs out of the front, and there's a large R-wing that extend from the building out to them. You can see various sort of like mannequins with various sort of like clothes or armor pieces on them. And at the top, just above the door, you can see where it says Exonerant's Exotic Imports in very fancy curvature writing.
So what were you thinking of buying for the big beefy man?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with Naza. I don't really know what's there. Maybe we could find some weird druidic trinkets?
We could. Do you think the shop owner knows anything about invisibility?
I don't know. The most I know from NASA is that they have, like, guns.
I have an idea, and I'm gonna take her over to the side and, like, squat down to her level.
She looks annoyed.
So, we can't have any tall people hearing about this, but so, we could potentially get a very good discount. It would just require a little bit of a distraction.
Distraction.
You know my little trick, go invisible?
I am familiar.
So if I go invisible first, I can do that for up to an hour as long as I can think about it. And the stuff that's on me is invisible. I think if I take it and it goes onto me, it goes invisible because it's on me, you know? So, we could get some cool things at a very good discount of free.
How fancy does this shop look?
Fairly fancy.
Mev kind of looks around at it. They seem rich enough. Okay.
Yeah, that's my girl, and you're gonna get a little forehead smooch.
All right. What am I doing?
Alright, so I'm going to go turn invisible. You're going to have to open the door for me to be able to go through, so I go through first, and then you come in afterwards. That way I don't have to touch the door. You're gonna look around, you're gonna ask some questions, use your charms, and have like mocks pushing up breast. You're gonna use your charms a little bit. And if I spot anything useful, I'll see if I can get it. And then I'll tap you on the shoulder. Or I'll have Dog poke you with his legs.
Okay.
And then, if we get caught, combined we should have the money to cover things. Or we run.
Okay. Mev actually starts to adjust her clothes.
I'm going to cast my invisibility spell at level 2.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, you guys. Yeah, then Mev will go ahead and enter the shop proper. Who is there? What does it look like?
So the room is sort of kind of sort of like an organized mess almost. You can obviously tell that the person in question very much like put security in the things which would cost a lot, but you can see stuff like several like what looks to be like general purpose tunics just sort of like there on tables and such. You see a few coats that are on mannequins. Some of the more expensive stuff, like for example the armor piece, like the mannequins with the armor piece, you can see is sort of like locked behind cabinets and such. This is clearly a person who, like, again, puts security in value, in the appropriate value. But it's mostly empty outside of what you can see is a Triton. He has very dark blue skin and piercing green eyes. His hair's caught just sort of just below the ears, but he has like a very clear widow's peak on him. And as you sort of like walk in, you see like the piercing eyes like look directly at you. He's like, "Hello, dear."
Hello. Do you work here?
Yes. I am Orla Exonerant, and this is Exonerant Exotic Imports.
Forgive me, I haven't been in here before, but I'm looking for something for a friend of mine.
A friend, you say? Well, I happen to have things that certain friends may find enjoyable of all kinds of levels.
Well, my friend is originally from NASA, you see, and I was trying to look for something that might remind him of home.
Ah, right. Nausean. I happen to have a few. How extravagant are we going here?
Mm, I mean, he is a very fancy person, but I was thinking something small nonetheless. Something he could carry around.
Small that he can carry all around. He sort of like begins looking around, sort of like at the various things. And I suppose he simply would just have it. It doesn't necessarily have to be practical. It's just something that he enjoys. Yes.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, there's quite a few choices. What are you doing at the moment, Havelock?
I'm looking for shit to steal.
Okay, there's shit to steal. Can you be a bit more specific, possibly?
Anything that looks easy enough to slip underneath the coat sleeves or into a pocket. One of the many pockets.
Okay, so that puts things like tunics and such out of it then.
Yes. Tunics is too much noise. We don't need that shit.
Okay, so you see what, trying to think, because it's like, again, it's one of those where it's like, I know what it is, but, a tambourine, that's it. Like, you see like a sheepskin tambourine, sort of, there with some fancy, engravings around the edge of it. You could potentially stick that in your pocket. You can see several wooden sculptures of various animals that you haven't really seen. They don't appear to be native and such. You see a sort of it's another wooden figurine, but it's like segmented in the shape of a cobra. There are other stuff that could fit in there, but those are ones which are like they don't have any like protections and such on them. Yeah, like they're not like secured onto mannequins or locked behind like cases or anything.
Within those figurines, are there any that look remotely wolf-ish, dog-like?
Yes, actually, there is one that looks a bit like which god is it? Anubis, I think. Anubis.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks a bit like an Anubis dog, like sitting on all fours though, but it has like the head of Anubis.
I would like to try for that in the tambourine.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check with advantage for the wooden figure. Okay, and make a straight. Yep, that's. I mean, he's too distracted right now, so it's only going by his passive perception. Tambourines have got bells on the like chime balls adorning the sides of it, so it'd be a straight roll.
18.
Okay. You're just able to sort of like swipe the two of them and put them in the packet. The tambourine are you sort of like carefully grab it. It makes a slight sort of like it does sort of like make a slight sound, but at this point, all that is still currently sort of like discussing and such. Like so going back to that while it's going on. Well, I have a few things from the various city-states. There is so from the city-state of Illenson, I do have a this sort of like puts down a what you call it, a almost looks like a plate with the deep engraving of I'm trying to remember what it's, because this is where I'm not a botanist, but I think it's called a lotus flower. Let me just double check just to remind. Yes, a lotus flower.
Oh, that's very pretty.
Yes, it is. It was apparently crafted by the various druid tribes there. They tend to apparently put this in as a symbol. What else? What else? The city-state of Gwenville, we have this. Places what looks to be like a small, almost like a small metal statue of a soldier, just like standing to attention, holding a spear. This is apparently of for the guards, from what I've been told, of Gwenville. What else? What else? What else? You see, he's still sort of like looking around. Havelock, are you doing anything more?
Yes, is there anything slightly bigger than the tambourine that I might be able to grab?
So so small then, like the tunics, and bigger. See, I'm just trying to get a sense of scale here. Like belt size, maybe.
Yeah. We're ramping it up very slowly.
Yeah. So there appears to be a on one of the mannequins. There actually is a belt. However, you notice that as instead of like around the leather, there's sort of like metal, almost like daggers in a way, and you sort of like run your finger across them, and they do feel like somewhat sharpish. It definitely looks to be more of a fashion statement kind of deal, but it is sort of like segmented, like almost like daggers around it.
Can I... You said it's a belt, so it's got like a buckle and type of stuff?
Yes.
Can I try to undo it a little just to see how noisy that would be? See how easy it is to like take off of there.
So you sort of like pull, you sort of like grab it and sort of like give it a slight shake around, like on the bit that feeds through on the ring. And so you see sort of like a very light clacking sound as the metal hits. Not nearly as loud as the tambourine could be, but like it does make a noise. You would have.
Can Mev hear that?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Oh, 7.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go for the belts.
Okay. Yeah, so in regards to the bigger stuff, you do see what appears to be, almost like what looks like a small music box, to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I mean, it's technically smaller and such, but it's just like, it's just like going around because of it's messy chaos, or organized chaos. You're sort of like spotting a few occasional things. You see on the same mannequin there are some like leather vambraces and such, like solid, like dark leather and such. Sort of has slight stitching around the edge of it in the form of like almost like roses.
Mm-hmm.
You
I'd like
just
to try and take that.
okay. Make a sleight of hand check with advantage, since the vambraces don't make a lot of noise.
As Havelock is doing this, Mev just like she's showing interest in what he's showing her, and she gives him, one of her token charming smiles. You used to really pay attention to your items. You must really care a lot about this.
Well, it's a simple case of some things, when people sell them to me, they're rather low value where they originated from, whereas others are much more expensive when you get around here. For example, since we're on the topic of Naza, any firearms that we get are very expensive over here, whereas they're dirt cheap in Naza. So, naturally, they require more protection because there is a bigger profit I could make, you see?
You are quite the businessman. I'm very impressed.
I
don't know a whole lot about it, so...
Yes. Now back to your friend. So we have these. If you want to go a little bit bigger, there is a winter coat from the city-state of Nubara. Very good in the cold. Might not be the best here, given it's Karmora, of course. But, unfortunately, I don't know which city-state your friend is from, so I'm simply just throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks, you see. Beyond that, as I say, if you want to be a bit more practical, and if he wants to truly be reminded of the Nazian achievements, as mentioned, I do have a few firearms. Something small for him would be a flintlock pistol, which I have. That is one for that, potentially. No ammo, by the way. They never sell the ammo. It is against regulations. Beyond that, and just keeps looking, because he's sort of wrapping up on his office stuff, Havelock, are you going to do another last check?
Yeah. Is he still behind the counter? Did he come out to her?
Still behind the counter.
Okay. Can I take a peek at what's behind the counter?
You can see several more of these locked boxes, sort of there. On one bit, you do see like a tapestry sort of hanging on the wall. It appears to make a religion check, actually.
Religion. 12?
It's something to do with the Alliance, but you've got no fucking clue.
Okay. Are there any bags of sorts around?
Not on your side of the counter. You do see a lone bag sort of in the corner.
I'm gonna go over onto Mev's side and whisper into her ear, get him from behind the counter. And then head back over that way.
Mev, you can see her smile, like, strain a little bit. If you wouldn't mind, is it okay if I, hold the lotus? I feel like that's the biggest one, but I'd like to, feel it, the texture, I mean.
Of course. Just picks up the plate and hands it to you across the counter.
Oh, thank you. Mev will start to feel it just gently, and you can see her just kind of like walking around. She's kind of making a show of like holding it up to the light and seeing to like if that will try and like drag him out.
He's just looking at you intently.
Mev. She will.
Havelock's gonna come and try to save her and just tap her on the shoulder. Good enough.
Mev looks relieved, and she gives the guy like a smile. Yes, I think this one is good. It will be perfect for him. And she will go back to the counter and just gently set it down.
And while they're distracted with that, I want to go back for the music box.
Okay. Sleight of hand check with advantage.
How much will this cost?
Well, for the plate, I would put that down to how about 6 silver?
Oh, really? Oh, yes, of course.
I told you,
Mev.
I put the value on how much I could get for it. At the end of the day, it is just a plate with an engraving on it. It's the history behind it which gives it its price. Unfortunately, very few people give a damn about that.
Mev, she gives like a tisk and just shakes her head. I feel like people just don't appreciate the history of things, and she's going to give him a gold. But I like that you do.
Oh, why, thank you, dear. Thank you so much.
Thank you for, bringing this to me. Is there any way that you could put it in, like, a bag? I don't want them to see it yet.
Ah, right, yes. So, like, looks around, trying to find, the equivalent of a bag in this medieval time.
Yeah. I mean, I got my jewelry wrapped up, so...
In cloth. So he's like,
Yeah.
Bag. Ah, I know. So, like, pulls out a, it looks to be like a simple sheet. And so, like, begins to wrap it up and so, like, ties it up. Almost like a takeaway bag.
Yeah.
Like, there
Thank you.
go.
Mev will go ahead and take it, and she's going to put it in her own pack, like very carefully. She shuffles a couple of things around to make sure that it is kind of padded by the softer objects.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this should be good. Thank you again.
Of course, dear. And if you ever need anything else for your friends, then you can point them my way. I'm sure that I'll give them a good reminder of home.
Of course, I will tell them all about you.
Thank you. You're too kind.
And Mev will go ahead and start to head out. She will, at the very least, go slow just in case Havelock, needs time. But she just kind of makes it look like she's just taking note of other things that are in the store.
Okay. What you doing, Havelock?
What you doing, Havelock?
I had gotten a 16 on that sleight of hand.
For the music box, you mean, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you swipe it easily. You're beating his passive perception because he's more focused on a potential sale.
All right. Going to long leg string bean, catch up to Mev, and keep my hand on her back so she knows I'm there.
Yep. Mev will go ahead and open the door and leave with Havelock.
Okay. All right.
she deflates as they finally they get a good distance, essentially.
Havelock's gonna leave her side for a second, dip into an alleyway, poof back into existence, and go back over to her. Oh, that was great! I'm awake now. I'm awake.
I just
that was.
I just realized my
Tom?
mistake, but it's whatever at this point because it's already happened. Havelock has a point of exhaustion, so he's meant to have disadvantage on all checks, but it's too late now. So whoops.
It would have just made it normal since he was distracted.
Yeah,
but...
yeah, exactly. But it just would have meant that I forget which one it was before the
tambourine.
Was it the tambourine?
Yeah, the tambourine would have been at disadvantage.
Yeah, the tambourine would have been at a disadvantage, and the one where you got a 7 would have happened. But it's whatever.
Oh well.
It's happened. It's my mistake, so now I will remember.
Okay, so I know I got the Anubis statue, the tambourine, the music box. What was the other thing? The one with the roses?
It was the Love of Embraces.
That was good. That was fun. Oh, I couldn't get them from over at the counter though. I thought they might scare him with the plate, but it didn't work.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. I got a lot of stuff. I got things for the party. I got some things.
Mev grins. All right, well, show me.
All right, but you gotta close your eyes because the first one is for you.
Okay. Mev will close her eyes.
And Havelock will take out the tambourine and place it in Mev's hands.
Mev, I'm guessing it makes the little jingle sound.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. She looks surprised. She cracks an eye open before opening the other one. Oh. Look at it. Mev will shake it around. This is very cute.
It's cute, you're cute, music brings joy, you bring joy. I thought it was fitting.
Oh, I thank you. She will shake it around a little bit more. Okay, what else did you get?
And I got this for kindling. Specifically for kindling, because he is a good boy. And I show her the little Anubis statue. It is a dog, I think.
Dog person?
Close enough. He might like it. He likes dogs.
I think he will enjoy it. I think he will think it's nice that you thought of him.
Yeah.
And then I got these for myself, and I show off the little leather bracers.
Oh, those are very cute and very you.
Just a little bit extra padding for underneath the coat. You know, it's necessary sometimes.
I think the roses are indicative of your person.
I still might be slightly worried that kindling might try and bite my arm, you know.
You think you need protection from that?
Have you seen his teeth?
I think you'd have to worry more about me biting you.
Even more of a reason. And then I got this thing, and I take out the music box, and I open it up. What song does the music box play?
It actually plays sort of a music box variant of like a sea shanty.
Do you think this might be something Aki would like?
I think Maureen would like that better. You know, he is familiar with the seas like we are.
Sure, that is true.
Plus, I got Aki a plate, so I mean, we got everyone everything. Everyone everything? We got everyone something.
And how much did it all cost?
Mev thinks about it. A gold?
See? I told you we got a very good discount.
Very good.
I just pinch her cheek and like smoosh her a little bit. See, this is what we get when you're such a good little lady.
Hey, come on. Mev, like, smacks his hand away. I am the one that made it possible.
Are you so sure?
Yes, because if I wasn't there, who would have distracted them?
You knocked something over, grabbed everything and ran. But it's so much easier working with you.
I think that might have led to you getting arrested, if I'm going to be frank.
Oh, you want me to call you Frank now? Okay, Frank.
No, I greatly prefer Mev.
Are you sure? You very much look like a Frank.
You can call me Frank in the bedroom.
Alright. You know what? I am starving. You want to go hunt something?
Go hunt something? We're in the middle of a city. Oh, you know what? We could probably go get some fish.
Yeah! We can! You can swim with me now!
Mev, you say that, and Mev actually looks like taken aback. I suppose I can.
Well, don't you want to do that?
Yes.
Are you afraid?
Yeah. We should find the others first. Maybe they are hungry too. Plus, you know, we have to go see that really shitty propaganda play. We should eat first.
Oh. Alright. Yeah, let's go get the others.
Yeah. Mev gives Havelock a grin. And she's going to, head back to the, like, festival proper.
Okay, alright. So, the two of you begin to make your way back to the festival to find some food before the Day of Sea Recreation begins. And so we're going to take a quick break.
Yay!
Yay, so we'll take a quick 10-minute break.
Peach, you just fucking deflated Havelock. What the fuck?
So, as we left off, what is it that everyone wishes to do at the moment then, since it seems like you're all sort of reconverging together again?
Well, first we have to find each other.
Mm-hmm. Which is, well, I'd say easy enough to do in comparison to, everything else. Trying to find the colourful individuals that you are is relatively simple, though it does take a while simply just due to the sheer scale of Hembar.
Alright. So eventually we meet up. I imagine that Mev is like, hey everyone, come back, we're gonna do stuff. But once they reconvene, Mev will give them all a smile and say, okay, so Havelock and I were thinking that we should go eat. We were particularly thinking seafood, but I want to eat before the play.
Well, I do have an eatery in mind.
Do I know of any places that specialize in fish?
So one of the ones that you know of is it's obviously the two inns out there, the Grey Winds and the Salty Brine. They serve food on occasion. As for formal eateries, how fancy are we talking here?
Mildly.
Michelin star.
We are rich bastards.
But
Oh my God.
Just, not just one, not the full three,
Listen, I would commit war crimes for crab.
Havelock fucking would.
That's fair.
Okay, so you're looking for something that's relatively not it's a general well received restaurant kind of deal, not super formal. Got it.
I feel like Havelock's dream is genuinely just a Simic hybrid, cooked.
We are looking for fucking Red Lobster.
We are looking for Red Lobster, please. Biscuits and crab.
I hear the local delicacy of Port Embar is cheddar biscuits. Yeah.
So there is a eatery area. It doesn't specifically specialize in fish, but it does have that on their menus. Called the Smokehouse. It's just on the outskirts of the Fleet District where the docks are. It's sort of in between the Coin District and the Fleet District. But yeah, they specialize in mostly smoked meats, but they do have various steamed and steamed fish and everything. They're a general purpose. Yes, that's what I call hamburgers. By steamed hands. Yes. You call them steamed hands even though they're so obviously grilled. One thing I should... Excuse me a minute. Of course.
You call them steamed hams? Yes, it's an... yes,
it's an Albany expression. Really? Well, I'm from Utica, and I've never heard of steamed hand. Oh, not from Utica, no. It's an Albuquerque expression.
That's it, yeah.
Jeez.
I've seen that so many times, just...
My favorite one's the video.
Aurora Borealis. In this time of day, in this part of Karmora, located entirely in this dockyard. Yes. May I see it? No.
My favorite one is the one where it changes animators every 13 seconds.
Yeah. Anyway, moving away from steamed hams. Yeah. So there is a smokehouse.
All right. Yeah. Then the party's gonna fucking invade that.
Okay.
We'll just send.
So, you head towards where the smokehouse is. You actually notice that part of it appears to be in the open, the windows towards the kitchen are open, so you very much smell the various smoke meats and such that that dominate this this place. It's a one-story stone brick building, with like wooden floors and such. A little bit busy. There are several people that are currently eating various assortments of food. There appears to be a few tables on the outside, or you can go in and potentially take a seat or two there.
How busy is it?
What was it, Ed?
Oh, sorry, I'm far away again.
How busy is it?
As I said, fairly busy. There's a handful of tables that are still like empty and such, but you do see a handful of people that are there.
Mev, seeing that there's like you can sit outside, is just like, I want to eat that here.
Are you sure? I think it's gonna rain soon.
Is it gonna rain?
Yeah, it might rain.
Yeah. How's the sky actually looking? Oh, sky god.
There is. Today's weather is currently clear skies with a few of the really high up, thin clouds. I forget what they're called.
Mev looks up at the sky. It is not going to storm.
I mean, I can just cast Druidcraft, and one of the main things of that is I can predict the weather.
Not to the extreme that you're thinking.
You could probably do like a bubble around us? Question mark.
Yeah, it'd be.
No, not protect, predict.
Oh, predict the weather.
Oh,
Isn't it?
I see.
Like I can actually. Hold on. Druidcraft.
I'm sure that you're right. We just thought that you said protect or like change the weather.
Yeah. You can predict the weather that'll be at your location for the next 24 hours.
Oh god, it's keen mind light. DM, what's the exact time? DM, what's the exact weather going to be for the next day? Become a weather forecast man, Tom.
Yeah, Mev shakes her head. I know storm clouds, and those are not storm clouds.
Okay. But if you
I
get
want to
rained
eat
on,
here. I will be fine. What? Do you think that I'm going to melt with a little bit of water?
you could. Or you would hate to get your hair wet.
Listen, it is very, very hard to dry hair like this.
I know. Look at mine.
Mev stares at you for a minute and just crosses her arms because her hair is distinctly more curly and coily than yours. It's a very different texture.
Havelock just takes off his coat and puts it over Mev's shoulders, just in case.
Mev is going to go get them a table.
Okay, easy enough to grab.
Alright. We're gonna go sit down at it and we're gonna eat dinner like a family.
Okay. So you also sit down. After a couple of minutes, when assumingly one of the staff members sort of comes out to bid farewell to one of the people, he sort of notices. You can notice that it's a male dwarf, a little bit on the rotund side. Doesn't actually have much of a beard, but has a large handlebar mustache. He sort of notices you and sort of walks over while picking up a few bits of what you assume is the menus. It's like, "Hey, welcome to the Smokehouse." What, you sort of inhaled as if you were going to say something there. Something wrong, or...?
Nope, I'm just waiting for you.
Oh, right, okay, my apologies. What kind of stuff? No, so we mostly have, mostly smoke the food. Regular cooked food as well, but our specialty is smoking the foods, you see. So, here you go. Places down, several bits of parchment that have got the menus and such on. So, the predominant bit is smoked meats, but you do see that there is sort of dried fish. There is, there's eels. There is crab and lobster.
Yes.
And the special that's showing is actually smoked shark.
That's exciting.
So, I'll leave you to decide what it is that you want, and I'll be back to take your order in a little bit, right?
Alright, thank you.
So, like, heads
Delicious mercury.
Wait, there's mercury in sharks?
There's
there's a
kind
lot
of
of it.
mercury in like all fish.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
It's just that like there's some of them have higher amounts than others.
Yeah, it is. And I think with that one, it's just basically a case of how it's prepared. It's kind of like a pufferfish. Pufferfish will outright fucking kill you, but if it's done correctly, it won't.
Fair enough.
Alright, then
But never eat polar bear liver. That'll just kill you.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, it has...
Why would you eat that?
Apparently the liver of a polar bear and has so many calories in it, it will fucking kill you.
Wow. Well, I wouldn't
No,
eat a polar bear anyways.
think it's vitamin
You've just
D.
caused emotional distress. You owe her $30.
I think it's a polar bear.
it's like
Yeah,
a-
polar bear liver. Apparently, yeah. I don't know.
Jeez.
Oh, and walruses and seals and mooses, because it's vitamin A. Either way.
Wow, that's a
Um,
shitty vitamin.
Jesus fucking Christ, you guys. While everyone's, I guess, deciding what they want, because I don't think it's too important to roleplay out. I mean, you could certainly change my mind if you want to. So, how was all of your days?
I got shot with a ballista.
What?
You did what, sorry?
There's this game down at the docks, one where you're trying to knock people off of a boat. I got hit with a ballista. It was actually
Are-
quite enjoyable.
Are
Not sure that
you
was a game,
okay?
I don't
Do
understand
you
it, yeah.
need repairs?
Of course, I'm alright. There was no tip on the ballista, and
Oh, whew.
So you didn't take any like blunt force damage?
maybe minor damage, but it's nothing to worry about.
And you haven't got any internal rupturings or bruising or anything, do you?
Not that I am aware of.
Mev, she looks so relieved, and like she she pauses as if she's debating on saying this, and then she says it anyways. You know, I once knew a girl that got shot with a ballista.
Oh?
I can only help but notice that's in the past tense.
Oh yes, no, considering how big ballistas are, it went right through her stomach. She was still alive when we had to, you know.
That's
Huh.
It happens to the best of us. Havelock just drinks whatever drink is currently available in front.
He just fucking drinks a candle.
Actually, I would like to make my jug give me all of the wine it can, and I would like to start drinking.
Okay.
Jesus.
She was a really
But,
nice girl, too. It's a shame.
Indeed.
Anyways, what did the rest of you do? Killing Aki?
Nothing. Well, he tried to attend to taking our revenge on some of the older games we played the other day. He managed to do to conquer the walloper sign on a spinny rock thing and hope that it spins around so it hits you thing game. Jolly Jape. That game, you know. And he succeeded. He won quite a lot of money, I think.
Oh, that's great, Kinling.
Although it's in that bag. It's in that bag. It's in a bag in his bag.
So bag in his bag.
From as far as I'm aware, I don't think he's toted it all up, so I don't quite know how much it is.
Do you want to do it now? Oh,
Alright.
I mean, it's your winnings. You don't have to do that.
Would you like me to do the honors? I can split the money equally. Okay, he takes the bag and just goes, by the stars. It's 6,000 platinum. It's, how much is it?
So in the bag is 93 silver and 18 gold pieces.
So we have,
For a total of 27 gold, 3 silver.
86, 88, 92, 93 silver, and how much gold was it again?
17. Wait, was it 17? My brain's just died.
18.
18 gold. Yeah, my brain just died on the numbers.
So that's 91 silver and 18 gold.
93 and 18 gold.
So how would we split this? Split the gold and the silver separately, or make sure it all totes up to the exact same amount of money?
I don't know. I'm not a math person.
Okay, how many of us are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we go. Let's have what's 90 divided by 5? I'm gonna pretend Aki's an idiot while I get my calculator out. 1 second.
Is Aki going to be the smart man? Is he going to know all the answers?
You guys are all right. That'll be 18 silver each, and then 3 of us get an extra silver. What?
You did in this, so you do deserve it.
Indeed. It was your prize to claim. You should get the technical majority of it. How about you use the winnings to buy as many spicy kebabs as you want, as you can carry, as your 2 legs will carry you.
Or you can just save it for something really special.
Or you can go to a vendor of these spicy kebabs and pay him all that money so that he will tell you his recipe. And then you can have spicy kebabs whenever you want to. How much silver do you think that would cost? 93?
I don't want any extra silver. That would mess up my silver.
How good's my sleight of hand?
Really gonna be mean to me?
Just to fuck with you, just slyly slip an extra silver in her pocket.
Ugh.
Oh, you're actually gonna try that?
No, I only have a +1, and Aki's a fucking bumbling oaf.
Do what I fucking dare you.
You have
Oddly, he likes-
nothing on
oddly-
us.
Aki likes having 2 hands. It's in his backstory. He likes having 2 hands.
Yeah.
It's his flaw. One of his flaws is I don't know how I would live if I only had 1 hand.
Wow, what a
Wow.
particular flaw.
I don't have to.
That must be a new one. I don't remember that being under like noble and stuff. Is that in one of your new books, Tom?
I
I
don't know how I could bear being disabled.
Right? God
Yeah.
forbid.
I still have to commend those people that are and they just live life better than us. They're built different. Anyways. So any more role playing, or are you getting your various meals?
Well, I wanted to continue, but
Continue,
then we
then.
started
Okay.
talking about this.
By all
Okay,
means, continue.
So everyone gets 18. Everyone gets 18 silver.
Uh-huh.
So I need to make that 20. And then I'm such a fucking dimwit. It's 18. It was 18 gold as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
Okay,
then
everyone
split that
gets-
by 5.
Yeah, everyone. So yeah, 3 gold each. So everyone take 3 gold,
Okay.
and then I go. You know, something tells me that whatever meat on a stick connoisseur you visit, they won't part with their trade secrets just for a paltry extra silver. Here you go, Kindling. Have the extra 3 gold.
Okay, so that is...
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, that's wrong.
What's wrong? What?
Oh, I just grabbed the wrong number.
Silly Billy.
Rip.
English William.
Do-do-do-do. It's not even. Okay. Okay.
Not even what?
I literally just spent more fucking money so that it would be even.
I mean, you could just like,
No, you could just make it even again by spending a little bit more.
you know, how strong? do you
Yeah,
think-
and I'll
how-
find some way, but for now, it's odd. Anyways.
How strong do you think tipping culture is in Karmora?
It isn't really. It's down to the individual.
I don't think tipping culture is strong really anywhere unless you're in, like, fucking the Jurahan capital.
Yeah, probably.
It's just like, cause it's like you do know to make it even, you could just give like the gut weight of the extra money as a tip.
Anyways, that's my problem, it's not Mev's. So, as you guys are talking about, like, your days, passing the money around, well, we went to the market. And we got some things.
Alright.
Okay, well, first, I got these pretty bangles, and, my brain just died. And Havelock got me this tambourine. And she will take it out of her bag and just kind of like jingle it a little bit before putting it back as like a show. But we did get stuff for you guys. And she's going to take out the plate and the the wrapping that she got. Havelock, do you want to go first?
No, you can go first. It's okay.
Okay, well, technically I only have one to give right this second. You have the rest. But, here you go, Aki. And she will give Aki the wrapped up plate.
Okay. Incredibly thoughtful of you. Thank you.
No, to open it!
Yes. Okay. Thank you. And he looks genuinely delighted, and he
Come on.
will sort of excitingly open up the wrapping. And what does he see?
Go ahead, Tom. You're the one that's most familiar with the description.
Okay. Initially, because it's upside down, it looks to be a simple wooden plate. Rather well made. It's 1 second.
Oh.
I can't-
I've given
Our
up.
god has abandoned us. It is time for chaos.
I've given up 4 hours every week for the last however long, and this is how he repays me.
About
Oh,
3.5 years.
Oh, I see how it is.
You can never mean something,
Why don't
can
you run the campaign then? I do all
Yeah,
this.
you'd like that, Tom, because then you can play somebody.
Actually, I actually would like to play as a player at one point. I love DMing, but I can't deny that I'm just here like with all these NPCs like, but I want to play them.
Listen, I can just admit now, none of y'all want me as a DM.
Well, I know 2 of you are thinking of DMing, getting that right, Miss Peach and Mr. Ed.
Good day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm a donkey. Yeah.
A horse, thank you very much, but yeah.
I thought Mr. Ed was a donkey.
No, Mr. Ed was a horse.
Oh, okay.
It's funny how the 2 of us here that have no time at all to be able to run a campaign want to run a campaign.
Yeah.
Listen.
You're making a lot of assumptions about me and my time.
Oh, no, I know. But I know you have Saturdays off. I know Ed's very busy, and I know Peach's schedule.
Listen.
I love you, sweetie, but it's the truth. Don't pull a Brad.
While Anna's making fun of me, would you like to continue?
Yes. But when you flip the plate over, you guys see a beautiful like engraving of a lotus flower. You actually notice as well that it has sort of like a bit of a sheen on it, which sort of means that as you sort of like put it to the light, it sort of reflects in a slight pinkish color. What city-state would Aki have come from in Naza?
I'm not too well associated with like the different city-states. What's like? Is there one that's like on the coast and like is like a trading hub?
There's several cities that are on the coast. Do you mean like dedicated specifically to trade?
Yeah. Or like sort of like, you know, like the people who would like a dedicated trade city. Yeah.
So Yaren, the city-state of Yaren is typically used for trade between Ansor and Naza. For the more easternly trades, it would either be the city-state of Ilanson or the city-state of Zakatuf.
Okay. Should we make it Ilanson then?
Alright, the druid-dominated city-state of Ilanson. Got it.
Is that actually druid dominated?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
There is a heavy amount of... I think I might have shared it before, but I can share it again, although it doesn't have all the...
That was totally planned.
It doesn't have the fine details, but I'll just drag it onto... I think this is... Yeah.
Can you spell Ilanson, please?
It's right here.
Oh, wow. The city of my birth. Right.
Yeah. Well, it's a city-state. There isn't actually city names for it because it's not really been much of a focus. That's the eastern side of Naza. And you got the western side here.
Oh. Freaking me out when you move it. Okay, Ilanson, thank you.
I'll keep that.
Man, the city-state of Nubara probably has dinosaurs that shouldn't be there, and it's gonna turn to shit.
Well, it's one of the coldest areas. The only city-state that's more in the snow is Alama.
Yes.
Oh, to be a fire genasi from there.
People in the culture famed for their pointy nips.
But you know, it looks fancy, and given that you are from the city-state of Ilanson, you realize that you've seen some of these before in the city-state.
Wow.
So, what do you think?
marvelous.
You like it?
Deeply, yes. How
I'm so glad.
how did you know?
Uh,
I've never told you where in Nazar I'm from.
well, I didn't. I just I went to a shop to look for something that might be from your home, and the person there said that it's quite popular with the druids there. So I thought that it would suit you.
It does.
Are you sure you just didn't read his mind, Mav? You don't have to be modest.
Mev elbows Havelock. I did not. This was a complete assumption out of the goodness of my heart.
I was there. It was.
I'm really glad that you like it.
You do genuinely see like a tear forming in Havelock not Havelock in Aki's eye, and just go like, I will treasure this, and I will repay this in kindness. I promise you. Thank you so much.
It's a gift. You don't have to repay it. I got it because it made me think of you.
And it in turn gives me the joy of thinking of home and those I miss and wish to see again. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right. You have other gifts to give out, don't you? It's not just about me.
Right. Mev will look to Havelock to give out the other gifts. She's still holding on to the wrapped up thing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Okay. Everyone here. Not you, Aki. Not you, Mev.
We are
Pick a number. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
So kindling and marine.
You might be mute again,
Dumb.
Dom.
7.
You guessed higher. I have this for you, Marine. And Havelock takes out the little music box, handing it over.
Rain will open up the music box to let it play.
It plays a musical box version of a sea shanty.
I think I got one for you.
Hmm?
No, I was saying that out of character.
We thought that you might like that one, since you're from the seas, like us.
Thank you. I do like it a lot, actually. He's just looking at the little music box and listening to it. Just entranced by it.
And then she looks at Havelock expectantly.
And kindling! I have something for you too. I kind of hope you like it, you know? Havelock just nervously scratches his neck.
I think that you'll like it. Come on, don't be shy.
Don't be shy, shut up. So I know you said that you like dogs, yes? Yeah? You like the puppers? The good boys?
Doesn't
You
take
can
too much.
visibly hear the question mark.
Can a boy ever truly be good?
Well, I saw this and I thought you might like it, and Havelock very carefully hands over the Anubis statue.
Is really cool, right? Yeah, it looks like some sort of dog person, right?
Tom, do I recognise the statue at all?
Make a religion check.
And I make one too?
Sure, actually both with disadvantage, because this is involving Arazar.
I am saying boo worms.
Where the fuck is religion?
You know, actually, could I make a check?
Yes, I would say... yeah, a straight roll for you.
Alright.
Because technically you're being helped out by Valkyr.
Havelock don't know shit.
Havelock
Yeah.
genuinely thinks that it's like a statue of the god of
Mm, Mev just kind of looks at it funny. There's like this tickle in the back of her head.
Does?
I mean, I could look through Dawes' eyes and see if he moved.
Yeah, I can say you can make a religion check with disadvantage, Kindling.
I don't know what it is, but it's funky and it gives me deja vu. I don't know.
So
For fuck's sake.
you've heard tales of like part beast, part human creatures per se. So you sort of recognize it's sort of akin to this, but it seems like much more. Whereas typically it's just like stories and legends, this one looks like it may have more of a religious significance. Unfortunately, as you've never been to Arazar, you wouldn't really know the particulars. Those that rolled an 8, so Mev and Aki, you know that it's probably related to one of the other continents, maybe potentially Arazar, given that it mentioned stuff about pharaohs, and this kind of looks a bit royalty-like style. But that's all you can ascertain with your rolls and your knowledge of the world.
Okay.
And maybe they do. Does everybody have cups, Tom?
Like drinks? You mean? Like cups for drinks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Are they empty?
Yes. At the moment.
I am pouring everybody wine because Havelock is feeling awkward.
I actually, I have something else.
Go ahead.
Mev kind of slides over the wrapped up necklace to Havelock. I got this for you.
For me.
Yes, for you.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, we don't usually give each other gifts.
That's not true.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and she brushes her hair back a little bit, and you see the earring.
Oh, alright. And Havelock will
Come
start
on.
to unwrap it.
Yes, open it, open it.
Opening, opening, opening.
All right.
Description, oh Sky God.
So what you can see is a necklace. The chain itself is sort of a standard golden necklace, but you sort of notice near the middle there is just like a small, almost like squidish colored like piece. It looks almost like the bottom part of an octopus, but the actual like limbs sort of like extend outwards and sort of start to curl back in on themselves. So it sort of covers, like, if it was to be like placed on you, the furthest ones would sort of be resting on your collarbone, whereas the other tendrils would sort of curl around, with the middle ones sort of extending downwards towards the center of the chest. You can see that there's some small pearls sort of in the parts where the tentacles have coiled up. But yeah, it's a very fancy looking necklace.
Ma Valere, this is gorgeous. Havelock says, putting it on.
I mean, you really thought that I went to go get jewelry for myself, and I wouldn't get you anything?
Yes.
Well, I didn't expect something so sexy. Oh my god, look at where it falls.
I'm glad that you like it. I really wanted to get you something.
I love it. Thank you, Ma Valere. She gets a side hug and another cheek smooch.
And with that, I think everyone has their gifts. I would say this is a very big success.
You can be incredibly proud of yourselves.
You have no idea.
Roll insight. You should.
Is that genuine?
Genuine, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Who's he rolling insight on?
Well, whoever just said you have no idea, which is
Havelock, yeah.
The Crown Prince of Crime.
Indeed. Oh yeah, I coined that, even though I stole it from the
I think it's happening before.
Mm-hmm.
In Sigurd. Fuck.
Fuck. How could this have happened?
What are you trying to get from your Insigit?
On my Insigit, I'm trying to find when he's touring the UK, I hear he's really good. No, I'm trying to look for what, like, the intent behind You Have No Idea. Like, I'm kind of like knowing like Havelock's history. I'm going like, was criminal involved? There's some sort of involvement that the law would perhaps not want to be privy to?
Havelock just seems to have been having a very good time. It's Havelock. Best guesses.
Where's your deception, Anna?
Oh yeah, you tried deception.
Yeah.
You're trying to hide from me that you stole this.
Little too happy?
Just a little impish, nefarious, maybe.
I've got that chaos code. Like, okay, ask no questions, tell no lies, I see. Alright.
Alright, keep your secrets.
Aki really said, I don't want to know.
Pretty much, yeah.
Listen,
Saying like,
Aki. You got nothing that was gotten underhandedly. A lot of us didn't get anything that wasn't underhandedly. I mean, we did just get a bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, but Was any of that money spent on acquiring these?
Yes.
Well, all right then. No, he didn't. He just goes like, well, as long as it was a majority, I'll count that as a bit of self-improvement.
I mean, looking at some of these looks at Havelock's own necklace and the bangles and the plate, it was definitely more than half.
Hold on, but then you stole the tambourine, the statue, the van braces.
The necklace itself would beat how much she stole tenfold.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, you have not seen the braces yet. Thank you.
No, true.
Mev actually since they're gauging the price of everything, Mev is going to look at the necklace and then the bangles. You know that my bangles cost more than that necklace.
What am I? A one-coin whore?
Actually, I'm pretty sure it was 75 gold, so
I see. I'm a 75 coin whore. Thank you.
But that is not the point I am making. Yours is clearly more elaborate than mine. Maybe it was the amount I got.
Or you just look like a really cute kid that doesn't know how to spend money properly.
I will take it back.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get it off of me first.
I rip things off of you all the time. Don't test me.
Catch me first, short stack.
After I eat.
Oh god, no, we're gonna throw up if we run after eating. I'm getting shark and crab and lobster and so much butter.
Oh my god. I was like, why would you throw up? And then he said all that.
Okay, so you get a mixture of salted meats, of smoked fish, dried fish. There's a whole assortment of it. And I assume Havelock you get crab and shark, yes?
Crab and shark and lobster and butter.
Basically all of it.
Yes, sharing that shark with kindling though.
Okay. And what about everyone else? Are they indulging general stuff? Are they getting any particular special stuff?
Aki will mainly sort of focus on the flaky fish. So if there's a smoked salmon or smoked cod or something like that.
Yeah, there's stuff like smoked mackerel and as well.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think he will, with a bit of a build-up, he will try a bit of the smoked shark.
Okay.
Is it gonna be too spicy for him?
I think Mev will just get some normal fish and crab, and when the shark gets here, she's gonna steal some of Havelock's.
Okay.
What's he gonna do? Say no?
Bite your hand.
Yeah.
And what about you,
7.
Kindling? What are you getting? Because I assume, being a Warforged, I don't think Marine's eating. Just an assumption, being a Warforged.
Just an assumption, you know?
Yeah.
If we had a shark fin, we could put it on top of his hair.
I mean, mackerel's quite an oily fish.
Yeah, I was going to say, outside of getting fish oil, but I don't know how that would work with a Warforged. I don't know. I don't know if people use fish oil for machinery.
I don't think they do.
No, I don't think they do.
I don't think so either.
I think they just use it to annoy kids.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay. So all in all, then, for all the stuff that you're getting, I would say that would probably, for all of you combined, put you back about 30 gold.
Each?
No, for all of you.
So that'd be 3 plat.
Yeah, it's exactly 3 platinum.
Yep.
I hand over the platinum.
Alright, Havelock's paying.
Okay. At this point, as you have finished eating, it is coming up to the evening. So you do have a bit of time where you can still partake in some of the games before before the recreation, or you can wait until after. So you do still have some time.
Oh, okay. What do we want to do?
I may come to regret this, and I'm not quite sure what part of my consciousness is so inquiring, but I am morbidly curious about that, how did you describe it, Marine? Hitting someone with a ballista until they fall in the water game?
Yes, or try to shove them off.
So you want to
Oh,
go
so
get hit with the
it
ballista?
doesn't have to be from range. You can do boarding action.
Indeed you can.
Fascinating. I guess they must be trying to simulate, or otherwise make some sort of simulacrum of the Battle of the Sea, or the battle that killed that pirate fellow.
She doesn't say anything, but you hear that noise. Maybe Havelock can go with you. He's very experienced.
The food. What was that noise? Is the food not sitting right with you, Mavela?
No, the food is just fine.
Thought it was a stomach or something. Okay. Anyway, yes, I suppose we could check out just see what we can find in shooting each other with a blunt-tipped crossbow. Sorry, what was it again? Ballista.
A ballista.
I think that should be a decent idea if it's still open. Who wishes to accompany? We could do make it a team exercise.
Like all of us?
Well, I suppose. Well, maybe not Marine. Perhaps experience would give him an unfair advantage. But
It is 2 people per boat.
exactly. So perhaps he could be the referee, or he could be underwater, making sure none of us drown. It could be. How about Havelock and I, and then Mevelair and Kindling? That way, it's not entirely unfair to have the two people of more practical experience on the same team.
I suppose we'll be in boats, right?
I think from a description, yes, we're sort of in boats. I'm not sure if you row them or they're powered some other method. They got little sails or something, and then you also fire a ballista from it, I guess.
Mav's gonna look at Marine. How far do you think that you guys went out?
Not all that far. We could still swim back. And there were, I believe they were called the Aqua Corp around there too.
Okay. That should be fine.
Ah, the gods of light.
Then, I'll do it.
All right. Suppose may the best pirate and novice win.
Okay.
Well, if it's still open, of course.
So Marine leads you all back to where the dock games are. You see that there's actually more than just the ballista boat thing. You can see that there's some people that are sort of fighting on top of a plank. The rowboats are, like the long Olympic rowboats, are gone at this point, however.
The ballistic rowboats are gone.
No. The Olympic rowboats. There was a bunch of the rowboats that you see them do in the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those aren't there anymore.
Okay.
But
Okay.
but the whatchamacallit, the Many Man ones, I'm sure they got a proper name, but again, names are a thing that my brain does not comprehend. But there is still the plank fighting one, and you can see the ballista boat ones. It has been moved to the side, but it looks like it's still active.
Okay. Then let's go ahead and Mev will approach with, you know, the big party. I'm sure that Marine will be walking with her since he's experienced with this.
Yeah, so you approach the you can see that there's a sign saying boarding action. I don't think I should point out as well at this point because stuff has changed in a few hours. You guys can all see as well a large ship of the line. Marine, this is one that you saw, but all of you also see as well another ship. This one is in a red, so like a red sort of paint job. But as you look at it, Aki, with your perception, you can see that while it's in the shape of a heavy frigate, it's like poorly built, mismatched and waterlogged planks are sort of all on it. Its red color scheme is sort of blocking out most of it. You can see a rather like rushed name of the ship called the King's Ransom on the side. They are still very far away though, probably about 100, 200 feet.
Okay.
But anyway,
Wait, wait, sorry. The King's Ransom is that like a boat in the harbour?
Yes, that's a boat that looks like it essentially looks like it's a shell, in the shape of a heavy frigate.
Okay.
But yeah, I just wanted to point that bit out because it would be very visible there. But you approach the Triton that's sort of leaning against a sign that says boarding action on it. He just sort of like looks just like, hello, and welcome back, buddy. Sort of like indicating to Marine.
Hello. Oh, you can talk, Marine.
I was just saying hello. That was it.
Well, Marine told us about the game that you have here, and I and our other friends would like to participate in a round.
Alright, okay. So it's 5 silver for each of you. This covers damage to any of the boats or loss of the ballista bolts and such. Second question. Any of you bad at swimming?
Mev actually raises her hand.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll just get one of the Aquacorp to help you out.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll also let him know in case you get knocked in.
Right.
Rules are simple. 2v2. One person mans the cannon, the other one does the rowing, though person rowing can help out with loading the cannon. I say cannon, it's a ballista, but, you know, meant to stick to the script. You got 10 shots to knock them off. Otherwise, if you run out of ammo, then you're considered out, even though you can just go up to them and shove them over. It's all about the shots that you got.
Okay. Mev will look to kindling. I know that he said, like, no water bugs, but I'm not quite sure what that means.
I don't know if he was referring to the food or the water games.
That's the food. I'm guessing he's talking
Yeah,
about
I was thinking, like...
Gotcha, yeah, so...
Okay.
It was not parked that they can in the food, got it. Or the fish food.
Yeah, look to kindling. So, do you want to throw, or do you want to take the shot? I'm experienced in both, so I don't mind. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm proficient in water vehicles. Yeah, I am. Okay, then I will steer. Yep. And Aki and Havelock.
Yeah, let's go to Aki. Go to Aki. Hello, Aki. It's Aki. How you doing?
So, big man, what do you want to do?
The real me. I'll do. Oh yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll go. Oh, well. Perhaps if I'm the bigger and stronger of us two, should I be on propulsion duties and you with the armaments?
I think you should be shooting.
What? Why?
Because I'm good with boats.
Did you row these boats? Or were they sail powered? Last time I checked, pirate ships aren't just
They're rowboats. They're rowboats. They're not sails. They're rowboats.
I know. I was saying like, were the ships you used to sail, were they exclusively rowboats?
Yes, but the
they have like small rowboats on ships sometimes.
I know.
yeah,
but
they're
it's
called
not...
lifeboats.
Yeah.
I know. But I was joking about like whether that like pirate ships were just giant rowboats.
I mean, technically, galleons were.
Yeah.
Like ancient Greek galleys and stuff. Yeah, they were.
By Marines.
Aki, you are
I
very
don't know,
funny.
Havelock. I think with your keen aim, you could probably get that.
Yes, you have that eye patch, don't you? Isn't that good for that?
You want the man with one eye to shoot?
He does not have one eye
How do you know?
because I've seen it.
Isn't the eye patch translucent? Can't you see through it?
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
Less eyes to need to shoot. Ha ha, kindling. Very funny.
Okay, I was like,
Fine.
Alright.
I'll shoot.
good.
Muscle man can row the boat if he insists. But,
Oh yes, Aki can use his big strong muscles.
Aki,
Yes.
you have to do it shirtless.
Why?
Because if you're going to claim to be a big, strong man, you must show it off.
I made no such claims.
You did make such claims.
All I said was that
It's
I was.
okay, I've
I
seen
had-
that
I have
he
more
is very strong.
I'm stronger and have more muscle density than you. That's all. It was a simple. It was a simple statement. It wasn't a declaration of my Adonis-like physique, was it?
I'm just gonna shirk off my my armor and my shirt and my coat and just toss it over to Marine. Come on. Show it. You don't want to look odd and out of place, do you?
You want to see these fucking half-orc titties?
Hell yeah! Titties out! Gay shit boat.
Okay.
Just a question.
Yes.
Yes.
Do half-orcs still have that thing where they fucking sink?
Eh?
I can't remember if it's in 5th edition, but half-orcs had an ability, not an ability, like a flaw essentially, where they drop like fucking rocks in the water.
No, I think that's an older edition. I'll just double check on that, but I'm 99.9% certain.
I think Aki's going to be okay in the water.
Yeah, he's gonna have luck.
I mean, yeah, he's got Havelock, he's a druid. I'm sure. I was just asking because I can't remember for the life of me.
Yeah, older edition.
would
There's
funny.
there's nothing
Okay.
here that I can see for half-orc that mentions that they
Okay.
sink like a rock.
Question.
Yes.
Answer.
If I ever make a backup character that is a half orc or an orc, can I include that?
We can discuss this when if that happens. Now is not the time. We are in session.
Anyways, continue.
And yeah, Aki will just roll his eyes and go, just go. If that's the game you must play, then I will have that to oblige, won't I? And he will take his shirt off as well,
I see.
revealing his delectable nips.
Jesus.
Havelock's just gonna blush and like fan his face, giving your arm a squeeze. Oh, it's so strong.
What are you saying that in my accent?
Is that not what you're thinking too?
I've already seen it.
I've run with it. I've had to oil him up.
Why, thank you for complimenting my strong arms. I gained the definition carrying your drunk ass.
Yeah, do you want to do it again? I still have plenty of wine left.
And sadly, not a scrap of dignity.
Dignity. I still have pants on.
Look, we shouldn't fight in front of the kids. We do this later.
Turning around back to the Triton, you can see that he's now been joined by what looks to be like a sea elf. He just looks at you and just indicates to the sea elf. This is Kate. This is Kada. She'll help you get over there.
Great. Thank you.
Yes.
I will go ahead and pay the 10 silver for us. Because we didn't pay before.
Yep. And 10 silver for the other two.
Well, it's 5 for each of us.
Yeah, so that's 20 total. There's 4 of you.
Oh, yeah, you're right. All right. Then you guys go ahead, pay the other 10.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll get the other 10. Was it silver?
10 silver for
Yep.
both of you combined.
There you go. Enjoy. I'm 10 silver poorer. How dare you?
Okay. So you all head into the ocean and swim across. Kada just lets you ride on her back, Mev.
Oh, thank you.
Let's go, Team Torso.
Her head is underwater currently, and she doesn't seem to have any issues underwater. But she obviously can't talk because head's underwater.
Yeah.
But you all get over into the ringed, the fenced-off area, and Kada just sort of climbs up with you clinging on until you're able to jump onto the platform.
Mev will go ahead and just start getting adjusted on the platform. Thank you very much.
No problem at all. I've already let the rest of the corp know, so if you go underwater, someone will be there to grab you.
Thank you. Whew. Mev actually looks at the water around them. Okay.
Alrighty. So, the rest of you eventually get onto the platform, and the 2 rowboats are brought to you on either side. So you're sort of directed to one far end and the other to the other. You both teams get into the rowboats. So I want the rowers from each team to roll an initiative check to see which team goes first.
Oh, man. Okay.
Okay, so Aki's team
I'm
goes.
sorry.
So, I'll just go over it again. So, you can choose to fire the cannon or row closer. If you fire the cannon, it takes a turn to reload it unless both of you are manning the cannon at the same time. If you get hit, it's a...
How long does it take to go from helping load the cannon to going back to rowing?
That would be your turn.
Okay.
So you can either fire once every turn but not move, or move but only be able to fire once every other turn.
I just look up to I'm guessing like the ballista is behind the rower. I'll just look up behind and go, well, Lord High Admiral of the Seas, what shall be our first move?
That's Captain Havelock to you. And...
You want a demotion from Lord High Admiral to Captain?
We're not working by your good man laws. We're gonna fire! Let's go!
Ah, yes, those famous vagabonds, captains of the Navy.
Okay, so if you're firing the cannon, it's a d20 plus 3, and who are you aiming for?
I am not aiming for Mev.
Okay, so you're aiming for Kinlin, who is the shooter, yes?
Yes, 13.
Shooter.
Is 13 your armor class, Kindling? Nope, so that's a miss. You just kind of, as you're sort of like trying to get to grips with the ballista, Kindling, you just hear just a as the ballista just goes flying above your head. You watch as it sort of like actually goes over the fenced area and lands in the ocean behind you.
Man, if that hit something and killed it, we should go collect it.
Okay, so if that's the case, Aki, you being the rower, you can decide if you want to move closer or further away, or try and maintain distance. For the record, you are 60 feet away from each other, and this ballista...
How far can I row in a turn?
30 feet.
Okay, and how big's the arena?
So it's, even though it's sort of like, it's sort of circular, so you could maybe, depending on the angle you're at, go about 90 feet away in total.
Okay.
And the effective range of the ballista is 60 feet.
Alright. Well, Captain,
Yeah.
shall we engage the enemy or let us?
Let them come to us.
Alright, we will hold our ground where we stand. Or float.
Okay. Team 2, what you doing?
Alright. Does Kindling have to go first?
It's the two of you, so it's two of you together, so you decide.
Okay. I think we should get closer, get right in their face and shoot them. Pop, pop.
As you're observing, Marine, a raven sort of like lands on the fence post behind you, drenched, just drenched in seawater.
Oh,
You get a feeling that
poor thing.
Dawes might have like hit a limit when it came to water.
Whoops.
Oh, poor boy.
Oh god, he was sitting there the whole time. I'm so sorry, Dawes.
I give Dawes a silver piece.
He just
Just
takes
let
it.
me get in as close as I can, and then you can shoot them, okay? Don't hold, just fire. Alright? Mem will go ahead and try to get in as close as she can.
Okay, I forgot another bit as well, that the person on the can also help with the rowing to double the speed, but that's a whoopsie on my part.
Oh well.
Okay, so you close the gap to 30 feet. Kindlin, are you shooting? Okay, Aki's the rower, so...
Fire.
Yep, so Aki, you have a +2 because you're technically half covered and have a better
Okay.
center of gravity. Yep, so D20 plus
Hit
3.
him in his big orc chest.
That's definitely a miss. So you sort of like fire, but just the force of of how much Mev is rowing sort of like makes you aim a bit wide, and it goes under the water.
Ah. Alright. That's our turn, I suppose.
Yep. So team 2, you know what, I'll put some battle music on.
Aki with a smile on his face goes, "The nerve of these curs, not even to fire a cursory warning shot."
Can we
Yes,
hear him?
You're only 30 feet away, so yes.
These cutters are about to kick your butts.
Alright.
The epic music.
It might as well. It's more fun.
It's fucking hilarious.
It is essentially a naval battle.
The fucking music.
Yep.
I was through.
You're like all the way somewhere else, Marie.
I think he's yelling out.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we hear him from here?
You're only like 60 or so feet away from the edges of from the edge of the platform where you currently are.
I figured that we were like 120 or something.
No.
Okay.
I think
and even then, he could yell.
I'll do I'll say to Havelock, call me crazy, but I think it would be prescient if we perhaps fired one last ballista shot and then closed the distance.
I like the sound of that, Aki.
Unfortunately, it's going to take you a turn to reload the ballista.
Unless you want to help, make it a little faster.
Actually, yeah, fuck it. Forget about moving. Moving's for the weak. I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna get up from my rower's position, his favorite position, and help.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't know anything about sex.
Likes to be behind.
And he's going to help Marine with the loading.
Have luck with the loading.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you help with the loading, so you can fire again.
1d20 plus 3.
Come on.
Oof.
Who are you aiming for?
Kindling again.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure that hits kindling. Yep. So Havelock, roll a d4, and kindling, make a strength check.
That is a 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh. Kindling makes the save. So you see, you watch as sort of like the ballista sort of like hits him square in the chest. He staggers backwards. He nearly topples over, but he sort of like digs his claw into the ballista itself. Sort of like just keeping his balance, is able to pull himself back on properly.
Are you cheating, cat in your claws?
Are you alright, Kindling?
Oh, we should have gotten to clip them before the fight.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so you guys couldn't move, so we're gonna close the gap.
Yep, you close the gap, so
Then-
you're right next to each other.
Yep.
So that's your...
Go ahead, Kindling.
Yep, that's your action. So what are you doing, Kindling? Shove attack on Havelock. Okay. Roll, make an attack roll then.
Get them! Soak his pretty boy face and his stupid blonde hair.
D20 plus your strength. It's technically an armed
Here's
attack. Is 17 your armor class, Havelock?
Because Havelock is not wearing any of his armor, yes.
Okay. Make a strength check for me, please.
Took it off.
Yeah, we're shirts. Strength check?
19?
19?
Yeah,
I'm
you...
pretty sure that means that your skins.
Yep. 19, yep, you're able to keep your grip on. You sort of like, you're able to sort of like lash out, sort of like, almost like wrap your arms around one of Kindling's to sort of like keep yourself anchored. He's sort of like leaning back over the boat, but as he sort of like tries to shake you off, he inadvertently like pulls you back onto the boat. Alright. And that's team shirts then. I guess that's what we're going with. Team skins.
That was a good show. I just go, well, the nerve to engage in rank shovery. I say we respond in kind.
Yeah! Come on, let's get him.
I love the difference between me using all these Ponzi language and Havelock's like, yeah, fuck them up.
Okay, so Havelock and Aki, who are your targets?
Pray, quarry. I will go for Mr. Ling.
Okay.
I too want to try for kindling.
Okay, both of you make attack rolls and D20 plus your strength.
D20 plus.
Oh, poor Kindling.
Wow. you just kind of like there, like, you know, do you give a nod of acknowledgement? You both push, and all you do is move your boat a few feet away.
It's like that. It's like that bit in The Simpsons when Mr. Burns tries to beat up someone with a baseball bat.
Yeah, basically.
A bitch with an inch of a life. Yeah.
Well, you know, we did say we
Surrender,
wanted to take
fool.
away from them.
Okay, I mean, that's your guys' turn. You both use your action to shove as opposed to get away, so,
Yay.
Mev,
Yes.
Mev and Kindling.
Roll Britannia.
Mev is going to get up and I don't understand any of your stupid language, but I'm going to beat your ass. And she's going to try and shove Aki.
Okay, d20 plus strength. And what about you, Kindling?
D20 plus strength.
Oh, jeez, that's a natural. Unfortunately, with this stuff, the nat 20 don't mean a whole lot, because it's of how the game is.
I mean, my armor class isn't 20, so...
Well, it's a natural 20 anyway, but, yep, so go ahead and make a strength save, Aki.
Yeah.
If you want to rage, then by all means, oh.
You're raging?
If Kindling's raging, I don't know.
Good fucking bye, Aki.
Oh, reckless. I thought you needed. Okay, you live, you learn, I guess.
Need
No,
rage?
you just do reckless.
I keep always thinking that because every time a barbarian does reckless attack, they're typically raging. So I think that's just force of habit.
I know, you can just do reckless.
Yeah. Yeah, so you just kind of watch it at this point, like just getting into it, Aki, you sort of like start to feel the sense of invisibility, and then you just watch this small 5'0" girl just sort of like take one step into your boat, so like get right up close to you, and then just shove you off the you sort of like stagger back, your foot hits the lip of the boat, and you just tumble in.
Yeah, we're lords of the seas. This is our water.
Yeah.
You just watch me just tumble down, and then sort of, you see him sort of sink out of sight, and then you see, and then like a few seconds later, you just see poking out of the water, the head of a rather annoyed-looking dolphin. I think dolphins are
Mev,
half challenge ranking, right?
I mean, I'll count it either way.
Mev looks at Havelock. You're next.
Yeah, it's Havelock's turn now. Actually, a dolphin is not 1/2; it's 1/8.
Oh, I think you'll find I don't care.
Actually, the rules say that it's an 8th challenge ranking. Not a half.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Oh boy, I hope someone got fired for that blunder.
So, that would be a miss from Kindling if he's going against me, and I would like to just pet him on the head.
You're not actually shoving him? Or you just get him in pats, is that it?
Just like when he made that attack against me.
Oh, right, gotcha.
And then I want to shove his ass.
Okay, you get advantage because he did reckless. I don't think that hits your armor class, does it, Kindling? Alrighty. So we.
Wait.
Yep. They both miss, so I guess now it's team shirts again.
Yeah! Mev's gonna try and check Havelock.
Okay.
Check. Sorry.
Shove. 18.
No, I meant what I said. Check him. I want to fucking shoulder check him
Okay.
into the water.
So I assume that would beat your armor class, so make a strength check, Havelock.
Yep, making that check.
21, jeez!
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Why
That's
are
like
you
Twink.
so skinny and so strong?
Because I was born like this!
I was born That's fine. All right, go ahead, Kinley.
Do it.
Yes, that will hit me.
Yep. So go ahead and make another strength check, Havelock. Nope, that doesn't do it. So you sort of like get shoulder checked by Merv, and you sort of like roll out of the worst of it, so that you're just sort of standing in the middle of the boat while Merv is sort of like near the ballista. And then just as you're getting ready to sort of like take advantage of it and shove her in, just a large third paw just shoves you hard in the shoulder, and you essentially cartwheel off the side of the boat.
Ah!
Yeah! We've sunk your crew and taken your ship!
Hold on. Havelock, can I just check what languages you know?
Yeah?
Gonna sonar into his head.
That would be common and primordial.
So not dolphin.
No.
Okay. That was quite common. Okay, yeah, and he'll just all you hear is just a series of like squeaks and clicks, but like but Aki's basically saying in Dolphin, well, that was just a frankly unfortunate state of affairs. They not to make the pun, but they rinsed us, I think.
Since Havelock does not understand dolphin, Aki's just gonna get like a smooch on top of the head. You did good. You tried.
Yeah. So you bring the boats back to the
I'm
platform.
guessing that more came across as.
Yeah, because I don't think Havelock can actually speak underwater.
Yeah, I was gonna
Can he?
say.
No,
Nope.
I don't think so.
So then yeah, you just say. You sound like Octodad, basically.
Hey, at least I didn't choke.
Yeah.
Good game.
Loves with all the love of humanity.
But eventually you bring the boats back to the sides. And those who are in the water climb back up. Unless Aki's staying as a dolphin for a while.
Dolphins can breathe on land, can't they?
Vaguely?
Technically, but if not, you can always hold your breath for 20 minutes.
That's true. That's true.
But, you know, too much oxygen is what... Because I think it's too much oxygen is what kills fish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dolphins are mammals.
Yeah.
Dolphins also still need water.
Yeah, no, they still... They
Are
permanently...
they like whales, where if they don't have like the the supportive like resistance of water, like their bodies get crushed?
I
Don't know.
am pretty sure they're fairly similar.
Either way, dolphins are still ones that need to be... That really breathe only in water.
Okay. In which case, yeah, Aki will sort of just start swimming towards the side, back to the staging area, and sort of as he just comes up to the shore, he just turns back into Aki, almost like flopped on all fours, like on his belly, face down. Goes,
That was fun.
you just hear, yeah, you hear, and his head face is just buried in the ground.
So we were brought back.
Yeah, you were brought back.
Okay.
And at this point, it looks like they're finishing the preparations for the day of sea recreation. Just because I'm conscious of time, would you rather me go through it now or save it for next session?
Save it for next session.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
I've got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just...
Tom must wait one more week before another lore dump.
Oh yeah, this one's actually longer than the Day of Earth as well.
Oh, grand. Okay.
Why didn't you say that before we chose?
Because...
It won't change much?
Yeah, exactly. It won't change much. It's like if you guys don't have time to go through it, then it's not going to matter if it was really short or really fast.
We're
But
still going to get the one day.
Yeah.
Aw.
I'm still gonna just throw a whole bunch of lore that's actually more relevant compared to the Day of Earth one. But as you sort of dry off and get yourself seated in a place that's a bit more comfortable, you can see now that the two ships, the one that is labeled King's Ransom and the one that is appears to be like one of the more fancier ships, it now appear to be in position. Actually, just for the hell of it, because I can at least give a small bit here, and because it's literally right in front of your guys' face, have like a Mev, make a history check for me, separately.
Damn, Tom is taking away all of our advantage.
Okay, so, as I say, so the ship that's in red is called the King's Ransom. The other one, which appears to be a ship of the line, is called the Majestic. So now I can give you a small tidbit for you two anyway. So that is yours. And that is Mev's.
Mhm.
And as
Okay.
And as you all sit down and get yourself comfortable, the Goliath spellcaster from this morning, now standing to the side on a bit of elevated scaffolding, begins to speak up as he begins to go through the Day of Sea recreation. And that is where we'll call for this session.
Woo!
Yeah.
And I have to go because I have to go order lunch for me and my mom.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
And there she goes.
Okay, fine. Fuck us then.
That was fun, that. You guys
Alright.
did more games, you guys did crime.
That was fun. That was very
I took
fun.
a lot of the Talaria boxes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That played games, did crime, got gift,
Made Abby cry.
beat up more of the party.
I mean, we learned some more Mev lore that she can't swim.
Either that or she's just not
Yeah.
confident in swimming.
Mev is incapable of swimming well, let's say.
She is water soluble.
Which is quite weird considering her background.
Oh, that's great for me. That gives me more stuff to do. Blank check, blank check, blank check.
Woo!
Yeah, I do have stuff like that with plans and such, and all this does is just adds more to my ingenious plan. Yes.